Yeehaw! And we're live. Dum dum dum. Brendan Schaub, I got to talk to you about marijuana and exercise.
Oh, wow.
Together as a group.
Really?
I am a huge fan. Today I did something I haven't done in a long time. I haven't been getting high and working out. I got high and did yoga like a couple weeks ago, and I fucking loved it. It was a 90-minute class, and it went. I thought I was abducted by aliens, and I lost time.
Hot aliens? No. Hot aliens in spandex?
The place I go to is not that well. They're very nice people. I'll just say that. But when I was in the class, usually the class like 90 minutes. It's rough, especially like those last 20. You got to grind. You got to stay focused.
Mentally tough.
Yeah.
Mentally challenging.
It sounds like bullshit. Like, like, oh, come on, these housewives are tough. Yeah.
I've been through some shit. And I've been through some shit with football and fighting in a 90-minute class. What?
Yeah.
And I didn't know it was 90 minutes. I thought it was 60. I was like, damn, I'm about to freak out. I didn't have water.
You didn't have water?
I didn't have water.
Oh, no.
I'm super gangster. I was like, yeah, 60 minutes. I'm cool with water. Then it gets to that hour mark, and I look over the girl next to me. I'm like, damn, are we supposed to wrap soon? She goes, oh, no, honey, it's 90 minutes. You should have seen. I wish they had my face on camera. I was like, God.
How did you do it with
I'm
water?
about to break. I'm about to break.
You need to try that Wim Hof method. That dude, didn't he do like a marathon in the middle of the desert in Africa or something like that? No water? Yeah, he's an animal.
Me making it through yoga, no water, just the same as him. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, bro. I was about to break. I was like, damn, these house moms, bro. Look at this bitch.
There was something about doing it high where it was easier. And I don't necessarily know if that's good. See, I think that like sometimes like those mental struggles, that's good for the mind.
I agree.
Like it steals up the mind. And the weed made it like almost easy. Easier, way easier. Like to the point where I was like, that was an hour and a half? Like I never do that when I'm sober. Ever, ever.
You're kind of freaking out towards the end. You're
Yeah,
not
usually.
freaking out, but you're just like, damn,
Just
man.
grinding. Like,
Yeah, grinding. Yes.
Just what I try to do towards the end of a yoga class, we sound like the biggest pussies that have ever walked the face of the earth. You know when yoga gets hard.
Hey, whatever, bro.
Fucking,
I love that shit.
Fucking yoga gets hard, bro. The fucking
You
tough
keep
get
going,
going.
bro.
I toughen up, bro. I got mental toughness. I'm doing chaturanga and shit.
Dude, for real, so I don't give a fuck. 90-minute yoga will fuck you up.
It will fuck you up. But what I do is I just try to concentrate on my breathing. That's it. Just concentrate on my breathing, and I don't let anything in. I don't let any complaints in. I don't let any I'm tired in. I just won't. I know it's there, but I just bear down and really focus on breathing and bear down and focus on whatever I'm trying to do physically, whatever the posture is.
Dude, for me, it was I'm working so much, and all I care about is work, and it's all I think about all the time. But when I go to yoga, it's so hard.
Yeah.
It takes my mind off what's going on. So
Yeah.
it's like a reset button, but it is a motherfucker.
I feel the exact same way. It does something. There's something about holding poses and the difficulty and the focus that it requires to do it right. It sort of erases your mind. It cleans your mind out. It's almost like a car wash for your
Yeah,
brain.
it's almost like a little reset where
Yeah.
then it helps later in the day.
Oh yeah, it helps you. Like you're so much less. I want to say reactive, but you're more relaxed when it comes to like outcomes of things. You're more relaxed when it comes to interactions with people. It makes you, I swear to God, I think it makes you a nicer person. I really
agree.
do.
It opens you up. I'm more open-minded. I think it. I've been going for about 3 weeks now in Santa Monica. When I first got there, literally no one talked to me. They're like, look at this fucking meathead in here. No one talked to me. I was in the back. I'd come out. They'd have like their little groups, and I'd just be on my own. Like,
Prejudice.
God damn it. I know, man.
Bullshit.
Racism's real.
Rejudice.
Real.
It's not racism.
Real.
Race of men. Race of real
Yes.
men. That's
Yes.
what it is. They're racist against real men.
They're my friend.
'Cause
I
it's a
want
different
them.
human
I
race.
want them over now, though. They're cool.
You want them over now?
Yeah. What's up,
Oh.
Tina? You know all that shit.
Okay,
Yeah, they
that
know
kind of
what's
shit.
up.
Yeah. Eventually, you're gonna get
It's
tea together.
tough, man. Yeah, you never know.
There's a place that I pass by in Santa Monica that has some yoga class, but it's like a factory that produces hot chicks with towels under their arm. Like, what?
You want
is
to talk
that?
about mental toughness? Try not popping a boner in my yoga class. Straight up. I get in there, I'm like, God damn. The teacher goes, eyes forward, gaze forward, sir.
Oh my God, she tells you that?
Oh, to everyone. Gaze forward.
Wow, they catch people staring at asses.
I'm sure.
I'm sure. That's distracting as fuck. You imagine if you're in your pose and some dude is staring at your crack?
I bet.
That's
I get
annoying.
it.
If I was a chick,
I get
I'd
it,
be
man.
pissed.
It is dark in there, though.
Unless that's what I'm into. Some girls are into that.
I
They
agree.
go and pretend they don't like it. God, I hate it when people look at me.
You know what's weird? It gives, yeah, God damn it. How dare you?
I hate it.
Your ass cheeks are hanging out the back doing downward dog. But some of the dudes in there, God bless them, they're not in great shape, and they just say, fuck it. They're in basically a Sunga, gut out, that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's this guy that goes to my class, and I admire him. He's this old, fat, white guy. And it looks like probably never done a sport in his life. He might not have even ever used the stairs. He might have just used elevators his whole life. I mean, he looks like he's never even thought about exercise. Like, nobody informed him what it was. He just got behind a desk and started eating.
It's kind of awesome.
Then he hit like 60. And I don't know what motivated him. I've never had a conversation with him, but this dude is in there grinding. Shirt off. Bandana.
Yeah,
he wears a white bandana like the Karate Kid.
Yes.
Fucked up,
Folded.
gray, balding, the whole deal. It's like the hair is chaos and giant gut and gray hair all over his stomach and his tits. But he's in there.
His tits.
He's in there grinding. That fucking guy's in there grinding,
I appreciate the hustle, man.
Fuck
I get
yeah.
it.
He can't do it. He stumbles, gets right back up, tries it again, gets to the position, holds it, stumbles, gets right back up,
Dude,
tries it again.
I'm way too vain to do any of that. I hold the position like a motherfucker. Like if I fall, everyone's gonna be like, look at this asshole. I stick with it.
Well, there's levels for sure of like commitment to a position, right?
For sure.
And that's the difference you see in people. Like there's this one girl in the class that I go to, she's Indian. And I think she's Indian. At least she looks like she's Indian. I don't wanna
Talking
be
feather
racist.
Indian or dot Indian?
I'm talking people from the country India,
Okay.
not Native Americans,
dot
because I am
Indian.
politically correct.
Me too,
And I
man.
use
That's dot Indian.
I don't think they like to be defined that way. I think they like Dollar Mende Indian.
Oh, okay.
You know who Dollar Mende is?
No.
No? You don't? Oh, my God. Pull up the song Tunic, Tunic, Tune. This guy, there's a dude named Dollar Mende, okay? And he's like this Indian pop star guy. And he's got at least one song. I tried to listen to his other songs.
Dog shit.
I couldn't get into him.
I bet.
But he's got one song that's one of my all-time favorite songs.
What?
I don't know what the fuck
Is it
he's
big
singing.
over here? It's just
you got to
big
pull up the
over
video.
there.
Pull up the video and show it to Brendan on this screen right here. The one over here so we don't get kicked off of YouTube.
Oh, I hope he's awesome.
Oh, my God, is he awesome? Dude, you're not even going to believe this is a real dude.
Really?
And you're going to like this song. I used to play this song when I worked at Fear Factor. Hold it, start from the beginning. Yes, no, the music. And right there. And then give me some volume. Here we go. Look at the shitty graphics.
Terrible.
Asteroids
graphics.
are coming in.
Terrible.
Look at this.
It's like fucking Atari.
Look at this dude.
Took this
Look
audio off the stream
this
just in case.
fucking.
You took the
God.
audio off? Do you think they're real pulls for this? Yeah?
You think?
No. Look at this guy.
Oh shit.
Tell me. Is there two of him and him in the video?
He's like, you know what we need? We need more of me.
I mean, he's dressed in traditional Indian, what looks like magician's garb.
Oh, this is full fucking Aladdin up in this bitch.
Come on, how awesome is this?
It's awesome.
You know what I like about it? I have no idea what he's saying. So it's like music that you make with your mouth.
Is his other song just dog shit?
I just couldn't get into him. Maybe someone needs to turn me into the right one.
I'm sure he has some other hits. It's
Yeah,
like
well,
Gangnam
over
Style.
there.
You know who Gangnam Style
Yeah,
is?
that one. Yeah.
He came out with another one though.
Is it a hit?
It's a pretty big hit. What's
Really?
it called? My daddy or something? I got it from my daddy.
Oh, okay. Well, people, all you fucking haters out there.
One hit wonder my ass.
You know, Howard Stern was saying that once. I was listening to him. He was talking about that guy saying, "What's he gonna do now?" It's like it's over for him. I'm like, how? Why
you
would
gonna
you
hate
say?
on him?
Well, that's the other thing. Like, maybe it's over, but why? If the guy can do it once, why can't? Like, what is it that makes a fucking one-hit wonder? What is it? Like, why does someone become a one-hit wonder? Like, if you could put together like a banging song? Like, there's a series of one-hit wonders. Like, if you go to websites, like
Sure.
the best ever
Yeah.
one-hit wonders. But if you could put together like one of those unbelievable banging songs, why can't you put together another one? Like, I don't get it.
Do you think fame fucks him up? Yeah. Like the struggle. Same with a lot of things.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's one ingredient in a giant poisonous stew.
A huge ingredient,
Yeah.
though.
It's a big one.
Huge one.
It's also who wrote that song, like what kind of collaboration. Did the person who write that song, did they write the rest of the songs?
True. But a lot of times too, like when a band gets big and they have like maybe one hit or one album, and then fame comes, the tour comes, they're busy. Some guy feels like he needs more notoriety. Drugs kick into play. Drugs is a big one, man.
Drugs is a big one.
Yeah.
Especially the downers, heroin and stuff, and booze. Guys who just booze every night. Just slowly just pulls away. It gets to a point where I think they're overwhelmed. If you were a rock star and you're on stage and you're singing songs, there's 25,000 people out there and they're all screaming, you would be it's probably overwhelming.
Could there be a better job though? What?
It's tough.
Because you really don't have to train that much. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Well, no,
dare
don't
you?
get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. You gotta practice, but we're talking about practice. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about practice.
They practice, man. You ever gone to band practice and watch those guys go over songs?
Sure haven't.
It's way harder than being a comedian.
No,
Way
I
harder.
get that.
Way
I'm
more-
compared to being an athlete.
Oh, okay.
Like look at if Jay-Z wanted to have tits down to his ankles and eat hamburgers all day, he could do it and still make great music. Like the discipline's different.
Maybe, but you can't. Here's the thing about being a fat fuck. You can get famous being a fat fuck, and people will love you as a fat fuck, like Biggie. But you can't start out like Snoop Dogg and then look like Biggie.
And then blow up.
You can't do that. Then you're a loser.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
Like, we can't have evidence that you used to be healthy and then you're unhealthy. We can't celebrate that.
Can't celebrate that.
That's
Get
what it
fat
is.
and happy.
There's rules. There's
There's
rules
rules.
of perception. The guy who doesn't give a fuck has never given a fuck. That's why he's always been fat. Biggie's always been fat. You see him when he was 17, he was rapping on the corner?
Yeah, he's thick.
fat.
Yeah, he's a thick
Yeah,
kid.
he's never watched what he ate. Not a day, not a moment in his life.
True.
Did he go,
So that's his thing.
probably shouldn't eat that.
That's his thing.
Yeah, that's him. That's him. But if you look like Tupac, all six-packed out, and then you became like Biggie, nah.
But what other job? And I think this is why I'm obsessed with musicians. It's something I don't understand. It's the unknown to me, right?
Right.
Like any athletic endeavor, whatever, I get it, hard work, talent. But musicians, to me, it's so in this kind of outer space world because I've never been musically gifted ever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't get any of it. So when I watch them, what other job can you, like you see like Amy Winehouse, and these are terrible examples, but Kurt Cobain just fucked up, get on stage and just kill it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, they've been doing it so long, though. It's like a part of their memory. They just know how to do it. They just know how to do those songs, and they get in there, and they get in the groove, and the music hits them, and they just go with it. And I think that heroin. I think that stuff has some magical properties when it comes to music. I don't recommend doing it, and I don't think that's the only way to make great music. I think there's probably some safer alternatives that also get you to a great place. But there's so many people that did heroin that made insane music.
Man.
So many.
Ton.
So many. And with Amy Winehouse, apparently it was booze was the one that killed her.
Booze was big. Did you see her documentary, Amy?
No.
Man, that
I
shit.
heard it's
Did you see
awesome.
it? That shit is amazing.
I heard
man.
it's awesome.
Amazing.
I
It's a
haven't
real
seen it.
bummer, man. Super bummer. Because she finally kind of gets sober. I mean, this isn't a fucking spoiler alert. Everyone knows she's dead. But she finally gets sober, and she's kind of doing the right things. And then her manager and dad were like, yo, you need to go back on tour. And she's like, I'm telling you, this is a bad idea, man. Because when I'm on tour is when I want to use. Because I hate being away. They put her on tour, and that's what did it.
So did they say she needed to go on tour because she needed money? Is that what it was?
No, she just had prior commitments. They're like, you owe it to him. And that's when she goes on, I think it's Germany, where she's just so fucked up, falls off stage, and she like forgets the words, and they start booing her. Self-sabotage. Yeah, it was horrible, man. It's so tough to watch.
Well, it's interesting. We had Steve-O on the podcast, and Steve-O went through a pretty lengthy detoxification sort of thing. He got sober, and then he went through this like lengthy rehab, and like at a live-in place, and he went into great detail about it, and about how long it took him till he was like legitimately sober, like confident, had a good foundation. He was like legitimately sober, and now he tours and does all these kinds of things,
Which is crazy. He still does that sober.
Yeah.
Like to inflict that pain when he's dead sober now, to me, is crazy.
He's out of his mind. He's definitely out of his mind. But when he's doing all this, he's like confident that he's not going to start using again. I think when you're like someone like Amy and you're just clear of it, and then the pressure of doing those performances.
It's the temptation, right? Like you just can't be around it. Like Steve-O doesn't even drink, right? He won't do anything.
I don't think he does anything.
He does nothing.
Nothing. Yeah.
And I think that's how it has to be. I don't know.
For him, I
For
think
him.
everybody's got their own thing. Like I know dudes who have had problems with booze, and then they quit the booze, and then they'll start smoking weed one day, and then they're like, oh, I can handle this. Like I have friends like that, and I know like Anthony Bourdain has famously had a problem with heroin, but he drinks, loves weed,
And he's fine.
he's fine. He's
killing it.
not even remotely an alcoholic. He doesn't drink when he's at home. Like you could say he enjoys alcohol. He's an alcohol enthusiast.
Big difference, though.
But yeah, he doesn't. He
You've
doesn't
been
have
around
a physical
alcohol.
addiction.
Yeah, big difference.
Yeah, he talks about how like when he's home, he doesn't drink. He just doesn't drink, and he doesn't need it.
That's crazy discipline.
I don't think it's discipline.
Really?
I think there's I think most certainly is discipline that he just chooses not to. But it's also an ethic. But it's also, I think we're talking about like a physical need, like a physical addiction, and he doesn't have that. Some people do, though. Some people do. They get a little bit of alcohol in them, and then they're fucked, and they can't
True,
stop.
they can't stop. They can't even function.
I've met them. I know it's true. I know people. I've met people like that, rather. I know it's true. I know they do it.
Do
I've
you
seen it.
have an addictive personality?
Not booze. No, not at all.
What about
booze.
marijuana?
No, neither one. No, I
Like
can.
you could stop right
yeah.
now.
Well, I enjoy them. I enjoy them.
Big difference,
But like,
though.
if I go on vacation, I don't take weed with me.
Yeah.
If I go away, I'm with my family. Most of the time, I don't take shit with me. Sometimes I'll take like a breath strip for the flight. Or if I get a crazy idea and I have to write something down and everybody's asleep, I'll pop a breath strip in.
Yeah, nothing wrong with
journey.
Go on a little journey. Get creative, man.
But
Would you say you're addicted to work, though? There's different kind of addictions. You know what I'm saying?
No, definitely not.
Really?
No, I
I
enjoy
feel like
it.
you're the hardest working guy I know.
But I enjoy it.
I get that.
But it's not addictive. Like I could quit. I could quit all of it except comedy, I think. I mean, I could do that too. I could quit that, but that would bum me out. Comedy's the most fun. But everything else, even the most fun aspects of it, I could walk away from. Like what's the most fun aspect about the UFC? Is actually watching the fights.
100%.
It's not working.
Yeah.
That's not the most fun aspect of it. Like
Being literally the best seat in the house,
Yeah.
watching the best fighters in the world.
that is the best part of it. But the talking part actually makes it less enjoyable. The working part makes the fights less enjoyable.
I bet, man.
Like I enjoy
miss
the
some of
fights
it.
more when we're doing these fight companions than any other time.
Me too.
We're all hanging, and we're broadcasting too. There's like this extra element because it's going out there too, and we know people are laughing with us.
For sure, man.
Yeah.
But whenever I go to the fights, when I'm physically there, I don't have as good of a time. I think for me, because I've been in there, I get these nerves and this
Anxiety.
stress,
Yeah.
and so for me, I don't enjoy it. So like this weekend, I can't tell you how many times when I was at Fox, see you at the fights. I'm like, I won't be there, man. I'd rather stay here and watch it.
Well, there's another thing about watching at home. You get the perfect angles. You're seeing it from inside the cage. Whereas from outside the cage, you're looking through the fence.
Yes.
And that's you don't consider that until you go there and you go, oh, you got to look through the fence to see the fights. Like I've seen some of the greatest fights of all time up close, but through a fence. Whereas a lot of people that are watching it at home, like there's a thing you have to do when you're looking through a fence. You're not focusing on the thing that's closest to you. You're focusing on the thing that's past you. So you always have this peripheral distraction. That fence is always going to be there.
Well, being cage side isn't the best seat. It's the most
No.
expensive seat
Right.
in the house. But really, you almost want to be in that first middle tier.
Yep.
So you have this view. So you're over the cage. Does that make sense?
100%. And that's especially for boxing.
100%.
For boxing has a way better viewing position than the UFC because the rings are low and you can see every punch that lands to the face, like super clear. There's never an obstruction. Whereas, like, even me being right there at the desk, if someone's behind a post, like, you'll see me sometimes, I have to get on top of the table.
Yeah.
I get up on the table and I'm like looking here to make sure, like, if I need to know, if like a camera's not showing me where a hand position is, if someone's going for a guillotine, I don't know if they have their hands clasped or something. I have to physically get up and move sometimes. And I'm fucking right there. When you're at home, you're watching that shit clean.
And sometimes I feel like when you're at home, you're getting those best angles. It makes the fight, even if it was a phenomenal fight, that much more epic because you're seeing it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like when you're in
definitely.
person, it's kind of hard to kind of see it, break down what you've actually seen.
Yeah.
When you see it clear on camera and they're doing the replays, you're like,
Yeah.
holy shit.
And you
man.
hear it better. You hear it better
100%.
because you got a microphone inside the cage, so you hear those whack. Like we'll play some shots sometimes. Like we're gonna play this back, so you can hear it. So you get to hear like a knee slamming into someone's ribs or something like that. That
Yeah,
whack.
man.
Like Kyle Noak, I think we did that in his knockout in Australia. That front kick
Yeah.
to the body.
Yep.
He shot this perfect front kick to the body, and the dude just went Peter Sabata, like he made this like like you could
There's
hear
nothing
it.
Can do, yeah.
Nothing he could do. But you hear the slap of the ball of his foot just slamming into that dude's body. It was like a perfect front kick.
Colin Oak looks great. That's the thing. A lot of those shots, when you can hear that, boom, especially heavyweights.
Mm-hmm.
Boom,
Oh yeah,
boom.
you're not going to hear them that good inside the actual arena itself. There's so much crowd noise. It's like unless you're right there, it's hard to hear. Like if you even when you're on the first tier, it's hard to hear the impact with everybody yelling and all that screaming.
Yeah, I don't know when I'll go to another live event. For me, it's too stressful. Even football games stuff for me to go to, but nothing. The UFC, it's just so intense, and for me, it gives me these nerves being right back there. Even I hate staying in hotels because of the stress of fight week.
Wow.
I hate it. Ask Callan. When Callan and I go on the road, I always look for an Airbnb house because I hate hotels.
Wow.
Because I get super stressed. I get anxiety. Isn't that rough? Oh, you want to go on vacation with me? No.
Wow.
You really don't. I know. It's an issue.
That's funny.
I know, man.
That's a weird issue.
Yeah, it is.
The thing about being there live, though, is the energy in the room that you get where it's like it feels like history. Like there's been some fights where I was at or I was like taking it all and like, wow, I just witnessed some history.
I
Like
agree.
when Weidman knocked out Anderson, I remember when Anderson went down and Weidman was just playing basketball with his head. Ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. And it was sinking in. Oh my God, Anderson is fucking out cold. This is real. Like it didn't seem real until you know how when like something that's truly spectacular like that happens, it almost doesn't seem real as it's going on.
Looks like a video game.
Yeah, well, especially because Anderson had beaten everybody for so long. We had got it in our head that Anderson wins. Anderson beats everybody. Anderson beats Stephen Bonner. It looked like he was going to lose to Chael Sonnen, throws up that triangle and catches him. Anderson beats this guy. Anderson knocks out Vitor with the front kick. And then you see that Chris Weidman left hook just crank on his chin. And then you see Anderson's eyes roll back, and you're like, your brain is trying to process it. Like, am I seeing this?
Yeah,
is this real? And then he's down, and I'm like, and then I remember whatever fucking noises I make, like, oh. And then Weidman's on top of him, boom, boom, boom. And they stop the fight, and I go, oh my God.
Crazy.
Like, you just realize, did I just see this?
I think there's no other live sporting event better than a good, solid UFC fight. There's
agree.
no better live event. Like this weekend, UFC 194, obviously it's sold out, but that will be the best live event to go to.
Yeah, there's
by
nothing
far.
like
There's
that.
nothing like
Nothing like
now,
that.
on the other end of that, if it's a sleeper, if it's a rough night, it is the worst event to go to.
Yeah, it
if
gets
they're all
boring.
decisions, like all in there, it's a long night, it gets really boring.
It can get boring.
Yes. I mean, that's like anything, but it's tough, man.
You know what I think is a tough thing? When they have fights in high altitude. You know, like unless you got all Colorado guys and Albuquerque guys and they're fighting in Denver, like shit, man.
Well, who the fuck thought to put Mark Hunt and Ben Rothwell in Denver?
Yeah,
that
that
was
was-
like, you know what? Sign him up for Denver.
And then how about this? They go put Mark Hunt with Fabricio in Mexico City, which is 2,000 feet above Denver.
Oh, and you give him like a 6-day notice, and he's
Yeah.
300 pounds.
And he almost won.
Talk
How about that?
Well, warrior.
Yeah,
What?
came out in the first round, almost won. You know, and then comes out in the Stipe Miocic fight out of shape. You know, gets beaten down in that fight,
And then looked great.
Oh my God,
great
he looked
shape, phenomenal
fantastic.
shape.
He didn't even have to cut any weight at all to make 265.
Well, I saw they just announced Verdum Kane February, I think it's 8th or 6th.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the
early.
Super Bowl weekend. That's when Jamie does all his gambling. Look at him.
I hear that, dog.
smiling. Loves
Look
that
at him.
Football gambling.
Look
He gets
at him.
crazy. He gets Scrooge McDuck in his brain.
But did they announce where that fight's at? Is it Vegas?
It's a Vegas fight for sure. I couldn't imagine it being anywhere else. A fight like that, that's a big fight. There's going to be a lot of betting. Unless it's in Brazil.
Don't honey dick Kane and make him go to Brazil. Let's keep him in Vegas.
Listen, man, Kane is one of my favorite all-time fighters. However, he's not the champ anymore. The champ is Fabricio Verdum. And if Fabricio Verdum wants to fight in Brazil, and what if he's only going to have one fucking title fight ever? Who knows?
Hey, homeboy, it
like
doesn't work
37
like
years-
that. Ask Holly Holm out as to being champ.
Well, listen.
They said, hey, real quick, Holly, just a reminder, you ain't shit. You're going to fight when Ronda's ready. So we're
rude.
going to do it in July.
How rude.
Tell me about it. So I didn't make this decision. I'm just saying, the champ really, a lot of times, unless your name's Conor McGregor or Ronda Rousey, you don't have shit to say.
Well, it is such a different scenario than it is in boxing. But in boxing, there are some parallels. Like you saw Tyson Fury beat Vladimir Klitschko. Did you see that bizarre fight. Like
He
it's
beat
almost
the
like,
shit out of him.
But Vladimir Klitschko like forgot how to box.
I think age caught up with him.
You think that's
just
what it is?
overnight? He looked like pure shit.
Well, you think-
and Tyson's tough to fight,
Yeah,
man.
he's tough. Well, he's undefeated.
He's he's undefeated. He's taller than Klitschko. He's
Yep.
very awkward.
Yep.
He didn't really respect him. He's playing these games. I don't know. It looked like something was wrong with Klitschko's right hand.
Did it?
He didn't throw anything. He threw nothing.
I think he was worried.
I agree.
Just,
He couldn't get the
shit
timing down.
talking. I think the shit talking got to him. The guy constantly talks shit, fuck with his emotions, you know. And I think he's all wound up tight. I think that's a big issue with fighters. Big issue.
Even with Klitschko, though, he's
Yep.
been through the
Yep.
ringer.
Yep.
He hasn't lost in 10 years.
Doesn't matter. That kind of shit talking, that kind of disrespectful shit talking.
Then
I
your
think
boy
it still
Aldo's
gets to you.
fucked Saturday.
Aldo's a different guy.
Because
I think Aldo.
Klitschko?
Yes.
You're talking about an Olympic gold medalist.
Yes, but Klitschko has been a guy that they have labeled as a guy who has issues with mental toughness. He got knocked out by Corey. What the fuck is his name? I want to say Corey Anderson. What the hell? No, not Corey Anderson. The South African guy knocked him out,
not
and then
Brewster.
Lamont Brewster knocked him out too.
Yeah, Brewster
both guys
knocked him
knocked him
out,
out, and. You know, the guys were saying like that he had issues with mental toughness. That was the rap on him. This is not my opinion. This is like the boxing insiders that knew him from the gym would
Yeah.
say these things. And that was one of the things that they brought up in this fight, that Tyson Fury believed from talking to people that trained with Klitschko with Emmanuel Stewart, that Klitschko could be broken, that he could be bullied, he could be fucked with. You can get inside his head. You know?
I mean, no one's been able
What
to
was
do it
his
for
name?
10
What was
years.
the first guy?
No one's been able to do it for 10 years.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's
I'll tell you
giant
who
and he has a
fucks
great
up
jab.
both these boys, and he fights
Who?
Saturday night. That Anthony Joshua guy from England.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
Did you look this kid up?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, he looks terrifying.
God, dog.
And you know who everybody's ducking? Shannon Briggs.
They really are.
They don't want none of that.
I mean, he's older, but yeah.
He's
listen,
older. He's 43
older.
years old, but he is still packing some serious fucking power.
100%.
And he's got a wicked left hook to the body.
He's
got
nasty
a
as fuck, I agree.
skillful delivery of punches that is unparalleled in that division. I think if you watch the way he delivers combinations, he can deliver a 1-2 vicious left hook to the body that there's not a lot of guys in that division could do. It's a craft.
I know,
to
but
him.
it's hard to sell a 43-year-old.
Oh yeah, it is.
Being your champ.
Corey Sanders, that's who it is. Thank you. Pull up the last fight, Shannon Briggs' last fight. Dude, he's fighting a guy who does not deserve to be in the ring with him, right? He's a former world champion, and at one time he's like one of the biggest prospects in the heavyweight division.
Yeah.
But he hits this dude with a 1-2, like a gentle 1-2, and then bop, just pops him on the left hook to the liver, and the guy goes, "Ugh!" His body just crumbles. It's the way he delivers it. Like there's a fluidity to his left hook, like Nicky Holtzkin. You ever see Nicky Holtzkin throw that left hook?
Yes.
Ooh, that
Probably the best left hook in the world.
That left hook is a goddamn thing of beauty.
It's from the heavens. Yes.
It's the way Nicky throws it too. It's like he gets you thinking about these head punches, and then snap, he just snaps it in like right in the pocket, and that liver shot.
You know not to go back them, but you know they took Tyson Fury's title away.
Yeah, that's what I was
going to
say.
Yeah,
that's what I was going to say. Like in MMA, you can't look at it that way. Watch. Well, I guess we're going to see a replay.
Briggs is
But why don't you
swole.
bring it back to the beginning, Jamie, so you can watch it from the beginning?
Ooh, Briggs is jacked, son.
Well, can we go to the beginning of the video? Just go all the way to the beginning. There you go. Right to the beginning. But look at this.
Oof.
That's it. That's exactly what I was looking for. Do that again.
Bop,
Play
bop.
that again. Play that again. But just watch the fluidity. Pop, pop. Watch this. Come on, son.
That was nasty.
Pop, pop, and then that left hook under the arm. Who boxes like him in the heavyweight division? I would say, one more time. Do that thing from the beginning. Look at that.
You know,
That the whipping fluidity to his punches. You know, like he's got like this real refined style of punching. Do it. From the beginning.
he's going to struggle with a younger guy like that,
Oh, yeah.
Joshua or Deontay Wilder, though.
But
'cause
watch
they're
this.
not going to sit there.
That's true. They're going to push a hard pace. They're going to get in his
And that
face.
guy he's fighting he got straight off the bus and
Look at this,
put on the
son.
gloves.
Yeah.
That's nasty.
Yeah. But, you know, he had a hard time with Vitaly Klitschko. Vitaly Klitschko beat him up. But I don't know if he was working as hard back then as he was now. He's sort of like a reborn
He wants
kind
it
of a
now.
guy.
Yeah.
You know?
Good for him, man.
He's got all these motivational videos online, too. Like, he's an interesting guy. He
I'm a
puts up
fan.
these. I am, too.
Me
I am,
too.
too. I want to see him get a shot before he's too old. You know, he's 43.
It's going to be tough, man.
Dude,
Especially
him and
with Tyson
Tyson Fury
Fury.
would be some wild shit. That would be a
It'd be some
wild
good
ass
shit
fight.
talking.
Him and Deontay Wilder, that'd be another wild fight.
Dude, I'm trying to see Deontay Wilder and that Joshua guy.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
It's a fight, but boxing, man, not right, and it takes forever for anything to work out.
Did you see Canelo Alvarez?
Yes.
Miguel Cotto? How good did Alvarez look? Jesus Christ.
He looked good. He looked good. To me, he's not the savior. Like, he's not the Mexican savior that we're all looking for.
He could be.
Not yet.
He
not
could
yet.
He was better.
If I'm Canelo's camp, you're not fighting Triple G next. We're not doing that. That's a bad idea. As a fan, I'm like, fuck yeah, fight.
You know what the problem with the Triple G fight is? If I was a promoter, I would say that guy only sold 145,000 pay-per-views in his last fight. Like, nobody knows who the fuck he is yet.
And he's dangerous as fuck.
He's dangerous as fuck. And if you're going to have that fight, that should be maximized. Like,
I agree, man.
When Floyd and Manny, they almost missed the boat, right? Because Floyd
they missed the boat.
Well, they kind of did, but they still hit it pretty goddamn hard. It was the biggest fight ever.
It went
still.
big. I'm just saying it could have been bigger if they did it 2 years ago.
They got lucky and they pulled it back once Manny came back and won some fights.
True.
And looked really good. But if you look at that division right now, you know, like if you look at Canelo's fight with Floyd, you know, that was like a good fight for Canelo to learn. He's like really young. He's trying to figure it out.
Too much for him.
Too much
Made
for him.
Made him mainstream.
Yeah.
Now.
But if you look at like Gennady Golovkin, is a totally different kind of a guy. He's a dangerous guy.
He's ready. No, he's ready to go.
Yeah.
Like, he's ready to fight anyone in the world and beat him right now. Canelo's not at that stage yet.
He might be though.
You think?
Yeah.
After being an older Cotto.
Yeah, but he looked good. He was showing all kinds of skills that he hadn't shown before. That counter uppercut. He was doing a lot of nasty stuff in there.
His defense looked amazing.
And he fucking hits hard. He scares guys because he doesn't throw a lot of half-speed stuff. He doesn't allow stuff. Yeah, it's an assault. You know, and you feel that, like, that pressure right off the beginning. Like, he puts this pressure on Cotto, and that pressure is always there. It's a part of the fight. It's like his power and his presence. They are an added element that Cotto has to consider that he didn't have to consider with Cotto. Like with Cotto, he had to mind his P's and Q's. He had a huge good defense, and you know he had to stay on him. But he's really only dealing with a left hook. Cotto really never hurts guys that bad with his right hand, but he has gotten very, very nasty left hook. But he's really been fighting smaller guys.
I was going to say he's a lot smaller.
Yeah.
Like Cotto's thing, even if he was landing, Canelo didn't respect. He just walked through it.
Canelo's like probably $170 when he's walking around.
He's tiny. I've done
Canelo or Cotto?
Cotto.
Cotto's
tiny. Sorry,
Cotto is.
I've done campaigns with that guy, and he is tiny.
What is he, like 5'5", 5'6"?
5'6", probably.
And
5'7",
he weighs
maybe
155 in shape, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and Canelo cuts down and then probably gets in the 170s, right?
Man.
He's a big boy.
He's a big boy. Bigger for that weight class.
And that's why Floyd wanted a catchweight fight with him,
exactly.
right? Yeah.
And that's why they did a catchweight with Cotto and Canelo.
Yes. See, we got to weaken that kid. You know, weaken him to get him down there.
But the thing I do like about boxing is by the time these guys reach their potential, they've had like 20 or 30 fights.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like they've had a lot of experience. They're ready for that next step.
Exactly.
In the UFC, we don't have that really.
Exactly.
We just don't have that.
And
like look at Paige and Rose. Rose,
Exactly.
I think, is what 3-2 or some shit like that.
And they're headlining. Yeah.
It's tough, man.
Well, that's also the women's division is a little bit less experienced. Not a little, a lot less experienced than the men's division. There's that.
That's a bad example. But, like, at least Sage Northcutt, like, I mean, you want to talk about a mismatch. This fight
Cody
tonight.
Pfister. How dare you? What's that face? He's out there. His mom's out there.
How dare
His
you?
parents are watching.
I know. Sage is going to kick his head off. I mean, that
Maybe.
fight is tailor-made for him.
We'll see.
But I'm just saying it's a good. I'm not saying
Cut
it's an
to
easy fight.
one of those YouTube videos. Cody Pfister on top, grounding and pounding him, and
Chokes him out in 30 seconds.
And Schaub's like, "Fuck me."
Oh, I know, right? Oh, there you go, Schaub. Way to go.
Yeah, you don't know shit.
You don't know
fucking
shit,
idiot.
man. You didn't call the Ronda fight either, you idiot. I'm just saying, I like this step for Sage, right?
Yes.
Like it's a
Yes.
good progression in his career.
Well, he's in a deep division.
jacked.
He is
The
jacked.
boy is in
We need
shape.
a new word. We need a new
Instead of
word.
jacked?
Jacked and shredded, because he's like some new thing. He doesn't have any fat.
He has no fat and
I
he's
can't think
swolled
that's
up.
healthy. I gotta think that like some fat is probably good for your body.
It's good for cardio too.
Yeah.
It's good for your cardio.
Well, it's also like depending on what your body's using for fuel.
True.
Like, what are you using for fuel? Is your body using fat or is your body using glucose? Because you're not getting any glucose in a 5-round fight.
Oh, look at this boy. I mean, he looks like he'd just be
Glycogen.
the lead singer of a boy band
Shredded.
right now.
Somebody on the underground, I forget what the exact quote that he looks like. I'm going to butcher this because I don't have it in front of me, but they said something like, he looked like a boy band fucked an American Eagle. Whoever that is that said that, I'm sorry, I didn't give you credit.
True. This kid's just shredded.
Yeah, I think he said something like, someone from NSYNC fucked an American Eagle.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, fuck's sakes.
How long do you think he can keep pussy away? Because it's got to be like a swarm of malaria-ridden mosquitoes flying into his hotel room.
Think about every fucking what?
How can he?
Every girl wants to get with it, and he's at Texas A&M. I don't know if you have ever seen those smoke shows at Texas A&M.
Those are my favorite girls.
But
they're the best.
God bless them. Yes,
Them and Australians.
Yeah, Australians get wild.
They're pretty hot.
I just feel like homeboy, he's gonna have to break at some point. But you know what's weird is, do you see the article on his dad?
I heard, but I didn't bother digging in because I figured, you know what, I don't even want to read this.
I mean, it's just his dad has, apparently a dark past. So it has nothing to do with him. They just assume that his dad has this weird past that Sage is on some shit. I don't think so. The kid's too young and naturally.
What is the path?
Pat, I think he went to prison like for 10 plus years for selling steroids and other stuff.
And cocaine, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, that's a good combination. If you want to be really angry and strong,
especially if you're in pride, it's a hell of a drug.
I think
you'll win a belt.
Yeah, I hope it doesn't have anything to do with him. I hope his dad is reformed.
I'm sure. Come on, he's just a freak, man.
Could be. Yeah. Well, he's also been training since he was 5, and here's the thing about steroids. You need a lot more than that to look like that. To be that
100%,
lean,
that's genetics. Man.
It's genetics, and it's insane work.
Yes.
There's just no way around it.
More, I'd say more genetics than anything.
100%.
At his age,
yeah.
More
and I
genetics.
think a strict diet for the majority of his life. I mean, he's been eating like lean chicken and like he details like what he eats.
Really?
He's been yeah.
I mean, he's in college too, so I'm sure after this fight he's balls deep in Chipotle or something.
I don't think he is, man.
You don't think so?
I think he's one of those guys.
Oh, those guys are tough to hang out
with. Those are scary.
Those guys are tough to hang out with.
Look at him. He's got this like fucking this glow. This like, yeah, everything's amazing, he's like still coming out of the womb.
Yeah, like he has no idea. He's never seen anything dark in his life. Did you see him deadlift
done some dark shit.
500 pounds or some shit?
Does he really?
He like looks at the camera. He's like, "Hey, everybody!" And he's just like,
Jesus.
And then just sets it down.
Well, we were waiting for these guys to start showing up. These guys who have been a project by some overzealous father who has a martial arts background
and
takes the kids.
Shirt.
Yeah. Well, you don't want that guy.
You know what I'm saying?
Maybe he did in the 80s. Like if he had a tap in the 90s.
True.
When did tap out start? If he had a tap out shirt in like 98. I'll accept it.
And he's watching just Rich Franklin.
What is that? Why are you showing
there
me
he is.
that ass?
Look at him. Look, he's like, hey, there you go. Hey, check this out, everyone.
Is that real?
Yeah, that's real. Look, hey.
That guy lifted 500 pounds like it's nothing.
Gadoosh. I don't know how much that is. It looks like a shitload, though.
That's a lot of weight.
I don't know who that is.
What is that?
I'm not mad at
girl
that.
sticking her ass out. Holy Jesus
Not
moly.
mad at her.
Oh, yeah, that's a strong fucker. He's definitely talented. He's got a lot of techniques, too, and he's really good at transitioning between striking and grappling. But what I was going to say when we went on this long, circuitous route is that someone like a Holly Holm is not in a position like a Tyson Fury is, where Tyson Fury can say, fuck it, I don't want to fight this Russian cat.
Not?
But hold on, let me finish.
Sorry,
let me finish. He can say, Tyson Fury could say, I don't want to fight this Russian dude. And they will, fuck it, we're stripping you of the title. He's like, whatever, bitch. I know I'm still the champ. Everybody knows I'm the champ. I just beat Vladimir Klitschko. Fuck you. Like, he can do that and get away with it. And he can go to Bob Arum, or he can go to Golden Boy, or the Money Team.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? There's all these different promoters.
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather.
For sure. No, I'm with you.
There's
It's
all
just
these
funny.
different promoters that will put on excellent fights that are big pay-per-view events that HBO can show. That's the difference. With the UFC, it's the UFC. There's one game in town. So if Holly Holm says, you know what, I'm not waiting for Ronda Rousey. I'm fighting Miesha Tate. Put the fucking fight together. Can't do it.
Really? I disagree.
But this is what I'm saying.
I disagree.
How can she?
But
what I'm saying
she can
is
say,
physically,
listen,
how
if
can
you
she?
don't give me a fight before then, come July, I'm not doing shit.
Okay.
Oh, and your biggest payday, I'm not doing anything.
You can't do that. Because she's got a contract. I'm sure she has a contract. And I'm sure
They can't fine her.
I don't know what the contract says when you're the champion. Do you? I would assume that it says something. They must have to get it in writing in some way that you're obligated to defend your title against a challenger of their choosing. I would assume. Okay, if I was going to run a promotion
And
like the UFC,
that's fine. I'm just saying, if let's say if I'm John Jones or if I'm Ron,
Right.
look at Ronda's calling the shots, my man. I don't know if you guys realize Ronda's basically like, listen, I have this movie here. I need to fight here. That's how this is going down.
okay, let me correct you.
I'm just saying with Holly.
Let me correct you.
Go.
That's not what's going on. What's going on is a number. That number is 200. UFC 200.
Correct.
They want to make it the biggest fucking UFC the world has ever known. They're already advertising it, okay? You'll see these big images. It just comes on July 2016 UFC 200. There's no other number. Hold on. There's no other number that's like that they're looking towards this thing. Then there's also this gigantic arena that's opening up in Vegas in April. So they know that that's where they're going to do it. And they know they're going to do it in July. So this is what's motivating.
No, I get that, Joe.
If you don't think that they're the ones that are guiding this to July and not Ronda, guarantee you it's them.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying previously, before Ronda's been able to, with movies and everything, decide when she fights.
Yeah, well, not now, though.
No, not now. This is whatever. I don't know how if her jaw's messed up or what with this now.
Yeah.
I'm just saying if I'm Holly, she has more power than she thinks.
Yes and no.
Because if someone was out that long, because it's a long time, you know what I'm saying? But from a business standpoint, I'm with Dana White. That fight has to happen. You can't have Holly fight anyone else.
See, I disagree.
Really?
Yep. Yeah, I disagree.
Watch how many pay-per-views Holly versus Misha sells.
Okay, listen. First of all, this is what I think. This is my personal opinion. All right, this is just opinions.
Yeah, just a couple
I
guys
think
talking.
you're crazy to not have more than one superstar. Okay? And I think Holly has the legit possibility of being a superstar. Legit. She has everything going for her. She's a preacher's daughter. She is very well spoken. She's very calm, and she's got a great personality, and she's sweet, and people root for her.
I agree.
And in the face of all the craziness and the trash talking, the media obligations and the pressure, she showed character, and she never cracked. And when she got in there, she performed like a world-class fighter and became the new champion. Mm-hmm. That's a potential superstar, okay?
For sure.
And if Ronda's going to be out for this long amount of time, why rush her? I mean, if July, okay? You're talking about July, right? We're in December. Mm-hmm. January, February, March, April, May, June, July. 7 months. She just said in an interview that she's not going to be able to eat an apple for 6 months. Forget about taking Impact. So how is that going to happen in July and have her be at her optimum? How is it going to happen?
I don't know. The UFC's pushing it.
But I don't know I don't know who's. I haven't talked to anybody. I don't know. But this is what my personal opinion.
Okay.
Holly Holm could be a fucking monster. She could be a monster, and she could be a monster on the level of any champion in combat sports, any champion in the UFC. She can. If Holly Holm just goes on to dominate the way Ronda dominated, and we all know that she knocked Ronda out, if she gets in there and fights, fill in the blank, fill in whatever girl's name, and head kicks her into oblivion on television, everybody's like, holy shit, we got a new one. Ronda didn't become Ronda immediately. She became Ronda with a series of spectacular victories.
True.
Holly Holm strings a few of those together, you got another gigantic dynamo. Then, when Ronda's ready to come back and she's 100% healed and healthy and has made some corrections and really worked on fixing whatever holes were exposed during her game, then you have this monumental fucking super fight. And if Misha wins, then you've got a crazy fucking love triangle here.
No. See, this all sounds
great.
I'm saying no, because this all sounds great unless Holly and Misha fight or Holly fights Cyborg and she loses. Your biggest payday goes out the window.
Cyborg's out the window because she's saying she's not going to make 135. She said
just
she can't.
whatever. No, fuck,
okay.
All right, fuck
but
Cyborg.
let's look at what we got here. Misha. Okay, if Misha wins, if Misha beats Holly Holm, and then Misha wants to fight Ronda again, and then they make a Misha Ronda, you're good. You're crazy.
What the fuck are you talking about?
What if she keeps the fight standing and outstrikes her?
They've already fought twice.
That's true.
You're telling me
that's
that's going to break records? Misha Tate,
I think it'd be an
3?
interesting fight.
No, I didn't ask that.
I think it could be an interesting fight.
It's going to break records.
I don't know if it'll break records.
The thing that breaks records is Holly.
Yes.
Holly Ronda is your money fight.
But if Holly, I think the long game is if Holly gets even better, if she gets even more recognition,
I agree.
And Ronda fully heals up. And you also give a chance for Misha Tate to take that title. You run a risk, but I think even if Misha Tate beats Holly and they have a 3-round rematch, or a 5-round main event rematch, non-title fight, if Misha's got the strap and Holly and Ronda go at it in a 5-rounder, that shit would still be bananas. Gigantic.
I agree.
And
I agree
everybody makes money. You get more superstars. You get more like high-level, like marquee matchups.
But
marquee
don't
names.
you think that, because I don't think Ronda has 3 or 4 fights left in her. So this whole round robin
Why do you
thing,
say that?
because she said if I lose to Holly, I'm going to retire. So by even saying if I fight Holly and I lose, I'm going to retire.
She said that?
She said that in a recent interview.
That's not
She goes,
good.
if I were to lose to Holly, I'm done. I retire.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not making that up. So as soon as someone says, if this were to happen, I'm going to retire, that means you're already thinking about the end of the road. So there's going to be no round robin. So the short game and the big payday in the short scheme is Ronda Holly. So I get the July wait. I'm just saying it sucks for Holly. That's the only person that loses in this is Holly.
I think July is going to be tricky if Ronda's if she's honest, or if she's accurate rather, about how long it's going to take her to heal up.
Well, she just got cleared.
She just got cleared. But she also did an interview where she said she's not going to be able to eat an apple.
I know. That's what I don't understand.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
And she's also staying with, I forget his name now. Fucking homeboy, Edmund. She's staying with Edmund, too. So that's another thing. So she's staying with Edmund, and this is the issue.
Where do you think she should go?
I have no idea. If I had a plan, I would tell you, Joe, but she has to get better, and I think everyone's doing her a disservice, including Dana White, including Edmund, saying you've been so busy, all this stress, because all it is Ronda. Mm-hmm. Can we give Holly the credit and say Holly's just better, man? And for Ronda to beat her, she has to get better in striking. That's the only way she's going to beat her. If you think she's going to beat her by grappling her, you're full of shit. It's not going to happen. So to fight in July and she's shooting a movie, really, and she's staying with the same trainer, why do you think the outcome's going to be different?
Well, it could. Well, first of all, I disagree that she couldn't beat her in grappling. I think it's very possible that she could catch her with something. It's very possible. There could be a scramble,
it's possible.
And she can catch her.
100% it's possible.
But why you say it's not then?
I'm saying the chances of her beating Holly, because her only chance is to grapple, right?
Right.
Okay, so let's say that doesn't work again, and we're back to stand-up.
Okay.
So why would you think of continuing what you're doing is going to be any different?
But wouldn't you say she has a distinct advantage in grappling?
If it goes down there?
If it goes down there, right? But wouldn't you say that? Like, Holly's
100%.
only been grappling for a few years.
100%, and Holly's never been taken down.
Well, she was down in this fight, but it was really... She was on top.
She took Ronda down.
She took Ronda down, and the one time where Ronda was going for the armbar, Ronda was on the bottom. Mm-hmm. But theoretically, I mean, at least if you looked at the two of them in terms of just raw grappling, you would have to think that Ronda's got a much higher level
100%,
of her game. Right?
100%.
If she didn't get tagged the way she got tagged in that fight, it is a big if. It's a giant if. It's almost an insurmountable if.
If you take away Holly's phenomenal striking, then
you don't have to take away her striking. You just have to avoid it. You have to figure out a way to avoid it, and one of the ways to avoid it is not go head on. Like, you look at the Raquel Pennington fight. Raquel fought a much more conservative fight with Holly, and that was a split decision.
It's a different demeanor. You're talking about footwork, angles, less aggressive. That's not how Ronda got this famous.
It's true, but that doesn't mean anything. It's like, what do you have to do to win? Forget about what got you famous. What's the best technical approach to fighting someone who is as talented a striker as Holly?
And do you have that? Do you have that skill set in 7 months?
That's a good question.
Do you have the skill set to get great footwork, avoid Holly striking, get her down to the ground?
And we know that there's only a couple ways to develop the kind of movement that she's going to have to get, and one of those is sparring.
100%.
Like, you're going to have to spar, so you're going to have to be able to get hit. And if you have 5-6 months where you can't get hit, I mean, who knows? She might have overestimated that. They might look at it again in a couple months. It might heal up quick. Maybe there's some things they can do to help it heal up. Who knows?
Who knows?
But if she was fine, if she's fine now, like didn't have any teeth problems, didn't have any of that, like, how long do you think she should wait before she starts getting hit? After a vicious flatline head kick knockout from one of the best kickboxers in the female bantamweight division, right? I mean, she's the best.
In a perfect world?
She's actually, let's call her the best. Between her and Jermaine Rondamé, who's a very outstanding Muay Thai champion, multiple-time world champion, but she hasn't been as successful in MMA, but she is a nasty Muay Thai striker. Yeah. That's actually an interesting matchup. Her and Holly.
Phenomenal
matchup. If more people knew who Rondamé is, it would really be a very interesting fight to set up. But I think that man, the level of kickboxing is very dangerous. Her head kicks that she hides behind those punches. You go back and watch Holly's early fights. She gets those hands in front of you, and
She's
then
phenomenal.
Whack, that fucking left high kick comes out of nowhere.
In a perfect world, I would say probably 6 months without any contact.
6 months without any contact.
Can't do that, though.
That's a smart move.
Can't do that if you're fighting in 7 months.
Well, shouldn't it always be in a perfect mood, or in a perfect world, and shouldn't like. If
there's outside pressures, though,
the outside pressure, they should stop and think about what the fuck they're doing. I really believe that. I think they should make sure. Look, if Ronda is going to perform at her best, you should have everything lined up so you know she's good to go before anything gets set up. Everything should be lined up.
Well, yeah, I agree. Everything should be lined up. There should be no.
And again, we're talking out of our ass. We haven't talked to Ronda. We don't know what.
I have no idea. This is from an interview she did, and for people telling us. I tried to avoid this shit. But
did you see the other thing that she said in the interview, that she was out from the first punch?
No, I didn't see that.
She said she got cracked by that first punch, and she's basically
had no recollection.
On survival instincts. She just didn't know. But how does she know that? Here's the thing. When you get head kicked like that, right, you forget a lot of things. Your memory becomes this weird blur of events. It's very hard to discern exactly what things took place in what order after you've been head kicked like that.
True.
You know, like if you've had fights like the Var Johnson fight, perfect example. You fought a fucking scary dude, and you fought super smart. You got in on that motherfucker, and you took him down over and over again. You controlled the fight. You controlled it perfectly. So you got out of that fight with a perfect recollection of how it went down, right? But you've had fights before where after the fight, like the Roy Nelson fight.
Roy Nelson, Crow Cop, even though I won the Crow Cop fight, when I look back, I'm like, what? Like someone was telling me how I took him down. I'm like, I did? I don't remember that.
Yeah.
The Travis Brown fight, I thought it was the uppercut that really fucked me up, but it was when I went for a takedown and he sprawled and I landed on my neck. After watching it, I remember that's when I was really fucked up because it landed on my neck and it rattled me. So
that's how TJ Grant got his concussion. Same exact way. Yeah, people don't realize that. Like, you know, when two guys are shooting, when one guy's shooting for a takedown, the other guy's trying to defend, that hip to the face, that's super common. Super common. Get your bell rung.
I very rarely watch my fights back. And then I watched the Travis Brown fight probably like, I don't know, right after the fight. And I watched it and like, oh, I'm not the same guy. Oh
so
my
you
God,
got
I'm different.
rattled. You got rattled
Super
with that,
rattled.
and then you got rattled again with the punch.
Yeah.
Because so 1-2.
After it rattled me, then I watch my movement, and I'm real slow. And our whole game plan was to avoid getting back to the cage. I go straight back to the cage, hands down.
Oh,
it's like that's not me. We trained 12 weeks to avoid that.
Yeah,
it's weird, right?
Trauma, man. Head trauma.
So in a perfect world with Ronda, it's 6 months, and it's 6 months.
I wonder what a neurologist would say.
Me too.
You know, someone who really understands head trauma from like a physical, like just breaking it down to the actual physical components of the brain and all the connective tissue and what kind of damage was done. And you look at it with an MRI and you look for inflammation and what are the issues.
I agree. I think I'll tell you this though. If there's anyone who can pull it out of her ass and get a win with that amount of time, at 6 months with that schedule, it's Ronda Rousey. With her tenacity, and everyone's saying, "Oh, she should have left the camp." For her, that's fire for the fuel. So for her, I think.
Fuel for the fire.
Fuel for the fire, my bad. She's gonna use that and really take it to another level, which is scary. But at the same time, is that the best way to go? I don't think so.
It is interesting in the UFC as opposed to other combat sports, where in the other combat sports, the champion is in the driver's seat. Mm-hmm. Like Roy Jones Jr., when Roy Jones Jr. was the champ of the world, there was the Roy Jones show, okay? He was in the goddamn driver's seat, and everybody else you got to wait with your fucking warm, wet towel to wash his balls, and someone else got to be there with a towel to dry them off. Like, it's the Roy Jones Jr. show, okay? Whoever wants it. Is it HBO? Is it pay-per-view?
Yeah.
They're lining up to see Roy Jones. It's not
I agree.
the WBC. WBC boxing. It didn't mean that. He could have thrown those fucking belts in the trash and fought everybody.
And we'd still watch.
Nobody would have cared.
Yep.
Nobody would have cared.
I think with Holly it's tough because she has this tremendous skill set and she's such a good person. But, it's kind of like the Chris Weidman effect. They're so damn good, but now we see the Conor McGregor and the Ronda Rouseys. Like, Holly, right? Ronda's on and I took all the heat because I said I don't think there's any other girl who can carry a pay-per-view main event like Ronda right now. It's just not going to happen. So I get all this heat, and I know you disagree a little bit. I got all this heat, but Holly just beat Ronda, right? Holly's on top of the world. Holly's not on the front cover of ESPN the magazine. Holly's not doing interviews like Ronda's doing
but it just
right now.
happened. It just happened.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, but this just happened. Holly is now the thing in MMA. She's the number one story. No. That's not true. She's the number one story.
No, Ronda's the number one story.
No, the girl who knocked out Ronda is the number one story because she's the winner in this.
I disagree.
I disagree with you because she's the winner in this. She's the successor. She might not be as famous as Ronda, but she's got the momentum. She's the winner. She's the one right now who's the champion. She's the one right now that people are like, wow, what a fucking performance by Holly Holm. Eyes are on her now as far as an athlete and a fighter.
I think all eyes are on Ronda. Can she bounce back from this?
Well, there's going to be that too.
Stuff.
There's going to be that too.
There's way more than that.
But Ronda lost in that fight.
100%.
Holly won. Holly is the story right now. She's the winner. Other than Aldo and McGregor, and for the hardcore fans, Weidman and Rockhold, Holly Holm is the fucking story. She's the story.
I agree. She should be.
In my eyes, she's the story.
I agree. And she should get more notoriety than anyone right now.
I think that, and I think if marketed correctly, she has the potential to be fucking gigantic. Could she be as big as Ronda? Is Ronda as big as she is because she's an antagonist? Is she as big as she is because she's the person who says all that crazy shit, fucks with girls the weigh-ins, and, you know, she's got that fucking, you know, attitude about her and comes out to that Joan Jett song and was beating girls' asses and was pulling it off? Is that what it was?
Check.
But when a Holly Holm comes along and shows you an alternative approach, and an approach that ultimately is more successful against that one person. I mean, we have one fight, that one fight between the two of them, Holly's flawless, right? Flawless performance. Why? It doesn't make any sense. I mean, do we have a limited amount of fucking superstars? Is there a limited amount of female champs that become huge? I think no. I think Holly has all the ingredients. It's not going to be the same kind of star because I doubt there'll be as many people who hate her. But that hate also fueled pay-per-view buys, people that were happy when Ronda lost. There's all this extra reality TV shit that's going on with a Ronda Rousey experience.
She crossed over to pop culture, so everyone was chiming in.
She crossed over, it's like, she became like this cultural icon globally.
True.
She became and the first woman ever that was like this ass kicker like that looked like her. There's never been one of those before.
I agree.
So Holly comes along.
Holly's going to be a different kind of star.
Totally
She can be a big star. I think Holly's going to be a big star. She's not going to be a Ronda star. She's not going to get the pay-per-view numbers like Ronda.
I don't know about that, man.
That's just my...
you might be right.
Hopefully I'm wrong.
You might be right.
I'm wrong. I love Holly. Right. I think Holly's the greatest thing to happen in the women's division, but in a long, long time. But she's a great person. And if I had a daughter, I can point to Holly and say, you can act like her. This is good.
I agree.
And we can't say that for a very long time.
Right. I agree 100%. She's a classic example of like an honorable mixed martial arts competitor.
Man, that's what you want. She's a true martial artist.
And she acts like a true champion.
Yes.
Right?
True pro.
I think that with the right fights, she could be gigantic. So this is her mainstream coming out party, right? She knocks out Ronda Rousey, this giant upset, this huge performance. She looks spectacular. This is a coming out party. And then she fights someone else. You don't necessarily have to have this rematch right away. And I think this also sets the seeds up for other people to get attention, like Kat Zingano, who knocked out Miesha Tate. Remember that fucking fight? If Kat Zingano didn't charge after Ronda like that, what if Kat was able to stuff the takedown and turn that fight into a fucking brawl? Who knows what fight we missed out on because Kat decided to throw a crazy flying knee.
Worst game plan of all time in UFC history.
She probably admit that to you.
100% she will.
But she is a fucking badass.
Hell yeah,
that girl is a badass.
Super
You watch
skilled.
that fight with Miesha Tate when she hits her with that overhand elbow. Whack! I mean, she's nasty.
I think, and they're all so close in the women's division at 135. I think Holly's gonna struggle with Tate and Kat. I think she's the perfect Achilles heel for Ronda. I think these other matchups are a lot tougher for her.
They might be, and so sometimes that's interesting. Sometimes styles make fights, man.
For us, the media needs a dominant champion, man. To be a superstar, you need to be dominant.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think rivalries are great, too. Sugar Ray Leonard, when he lost to Roberto Duran, got even more famous. And then when they did it again in the rematch, the No Mas fight, that fight was gigantic.
No, yeah, those guys are badass. I don't think Kat Zingano and you can compare Kat Zingano and those guys.
Respectfully, I agree.
Just can't.
I agree.
Joe.
Skill-wise, you're right.
I'm with you, man.
Right.
Those
We're
are phenomenal fights.
We're talking about moments in time where people are popular, where they're fighting.
I'm saying for the
titles.
women's division right now, you need
talent,
a
technique,
dominant champ. You need a dominant. Like
Man, I don't know about that,
listen,
man.
if Holly goes out and face kicks Tate in the first round, then gets Kat Zingano and drops her, all right, now we fucking got something. But she loses to Tate, it's like, fuck.
Now, here's another thing, and I hate to be the jinx here. I hate to be the guy who talks about this, but for a girl like Ronda, and who's going to go into movies and is going to, take off and become this...
Yeah, she's fine either way.
But is she? Because do people want to see those movies the same way they wanted to see those movies when she was smashing Alexis Davis and armbarring Miesha Tate, knocking out Betch Correia? Is there that same draw?
Well, I'll say this. I don't think people are going to Ronda movies because she's a phenomenal actress. Does that make sense? Like, I'm not going to see Ronda's movies. You got to see her. You got to see her act in this. She is amazing. She is
right.
The performance
you go
of a
to see her
lifetime.
because she's supposedly
Ronda
the baddest.
Rousey.
Because she's supposedly the baddest woman on the planet.
Yes.
Now Holly Holm shut her down.
Yes.
So now Holly is thought to be the baddest woman on the planet.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
Unless she fights Cyborg, if they figure out a catch weight fight, in MMA, that's really the big scary fight for her.
For sure.
And she said she would fight her.
Yeah, I know.
She's fought at 152 in boxing. Holly Holm, she's gangster. But I think other than what would you do if you were the promoter? Let me ask you this: what would you do
if I'm Dana White?
Yes, Scrooge McDuck.
What do you do? If I'm Scrooge McDuck, Dana White, well, I fire Reebok right now.
By the way, I say Scrooge
McDuck.
McDuck. I say Scrooge McDuck like 3 or 4 times a week now, strictly because of you.
Yes, yes. I'm like,
he sent me this text the other day with a picture of Scrooge McDuck sitting on a pile of gold, and I was just laughing my ass. I love that character.
If I'm Dana White, I do exactly what he's doing.
Would you? What about the long game? How much money do you need in the bank before you start looking at the long game?
Well, your cash cow is Ronda Rousey, right?
That's right. But
now,
how much is that
he's
cash
so
cow
close
worth?
to. I'm with you. Is he so close to Ronda? Is he one of these guys saying, "Oh, you just need to fight her again, get healthy, and you're going to beat her"? And then he's thinking the long game there, and then the third fight's going to be even bigger.
Well, it could be that he has 100% faith in her, and he thinks that if Ronda cuts the distractions out of her life, comes back in focused, and attacks and does the fight the correct way, that she'll win. Mm-hmm. He could think that. And
I think that's a bad way to think. I think then you need to jump in line and you're a yes man. Because someone needs to sit her down and be like, listen, I just think we need to work on some things. Mm-hmm. That should be the plan.
Here's the other thing. Like, there's no evidence of that. Like, if you're gonna look at a fight and you're gonna look at a result and you're gonna assess what went wrong, what went right, what could be changed, what could be different, there's no evidence that she could have done it better. And what I mean is not that she couldn't have fought better. What I mean is that we don't have any evidence. Our only evidence is Ronda's past fights and Holly's past fights.
It's all we can go off of.
The evidence of the first fight that they had, it was a domination by Holly. So there's no evidence that Ronda could have done better. What you have to look at it technically. You have to look at the attacks, the interactions, the exchanges, right? So they have these exchanges inside the octagon. And in those exchanges, Holly had all the answers. She had all the answers, and she had the right strategy and the right movements. And you saw her reacting to things that she knew were going to take place. The left hand goes for the clinch. Mm-hmm. She's moving it away. She's landing counter shots. She lands that beautiful counter straight left. She's throwing that oblique kick. She's attacking the knee with that, and the thigh with that oblique kick. She does that thing fast too. She's very agile.
True.
So you look at that and you look at these interactions. You go, well, there's a lot of work to be done here. There's a lot. This is not just a simple matter of someone being tired. Someone like you have to solve.
There's technical issues.
Yes, giant technical issues. And
so do you just chalk it up to, you know what? We just need to get you healthy because you just got to do what you do. She does what she do, and hopefully it's good enough. If not, either way, it's a big payday.
I think you give her time. I think you have to give her time. Manny Pacquiao got knocked out by Juan Manuel Marquez. That's a mouthful when you got butter
tough.
coffee in your face.
Yeah, it's tough.
Juan Manuel Marquez knocks out Manny Pacquiao, and Freddie Roach says to him, "You can't fight for a year. And we're not doing nothing for a year. I want you to rest up because it was a brutal knockout."
I like that.
It is. Well, look at Freddie Roach. Freddie Roach has trauma-related Parkinson's from his career in boxing. I think what he did is smart, it's ethical, it's intelligent, and it's correct. And he did it because he's a guy who's experienced the effects of not doing that, of being, rattled inside the cage. And he did it because he wanted the best result for Manny. So Manny comes back a year later. It doesn't look like he's had any ill effects because of that knockout.
He looked great.
Because he fully healed. Now, how many guys have we seen come back like Anderson Silva? Gets knocked out by Chris Weidman, just brutally knocked out. Comes back and in the second fight gets dropped in the first round from a punch in the clinch, which probably wouldn't have dropped him a few years ago.
Look at Lyoto Machida.
Yeah, exactly. You get to a certain point when you've taken enough damage where if you don't allow your body to fully recover from that damage, you're going to have a diminished ability to absorb punishment.
I'll tell you this, man. I don't envy Dana White.
I don't
making
either.
these decisions.
I don't either.
It's a hell of a job.
I don't envy. He doesn't have time to have a perspective like you and I do either. You got to realize this fucking guy is 24/7 making calls, setting up meetings, doing this, flying here, doing this press conference and that and this thing and that thing. Dana White's life is fucking overwhelming.
For him, it's also a business too.
Yes. Because what you and I are not trying to make money. We're looking at it in terms of like, okay, what do you think is, if you had to move all the pieces on the board in order to achieve checkmate, in order to achieve the best result, what's the move? What's the move? What do you do? Just go all in? I don't think you do. I don't think you do. I think you have to be real careful. You have to be real careful. You have a big superstar, right? Like Ronda, and your big superstar gets flatlined. Okay, that is probably the worst result. If you want women to get into MMA, you want women to come up, we want to have a lot more people that are really into fighting, a lot more women that are into it, and then you watch the number one woman get just fucking blasted into the middle of the universe.
Not good for
okay?
business.
Yeah. Like Michael Chevelle says, astral traveling. That's what he likes to say. I love Chevelle.
Me too.
So if that happens again and she suffers serious repercussions, now you've got a real problem with your sport.
Well, now the story's over, though.
Yeah, the story's over.
The story's over.
Yeah, and and I think the story doesn't have to be over. I think this is obviously there's some lessons to be learned from that fight. Right, technically, strategy-wise, when you're chasing
Humbleness.
after a striker, sure, in the reaction of the public eye, absolutely.
Yeah.
But when you're chasing after a striker, that shit is never a good idea, especially if you don't have good head movement.
Yeah.
But chasing a striker like Holly, who's so agile, and you have knee problems, so you're not the most agile. So you've got knee problems. You got a girl who does flips at the end of every fight. At the end of every fight, she stands on her trainer's hands, and Mike Winklejohn flips her through the air, and she goes flying like a fucking acrobat.
It's amazing.
Yeah, and she never misses it. Right?
Never.
She nails it.
She's amazing.
Every time.
Amazing.
She's an athlete. She's a fucking super athlete. Just like Ronda.
Yes.
I'll go you one better. She might be a better athlete because if you look at her, she never gets out of shape. She's totally ripped. She's her body is optimized, right? If you want to look at someone whose body's optimized, you would say, well, here's a girl who has a minimal amount of body fat. She's got a good amount of muscle. You could tell she works hard and is in phenomenal shape. The two of them fight, and in the first round, Ronda comes back exhausted. Holly's not. They both fought the same round. Ronda is exhausted. Holly's not. Is it because of the punishment she took? That probably had something to do with it.
It's also the way she fights, too.
It's also the way she fights.
Yes.
But that's a part of being an athlete.
I agree.
Part of being an athlete is making smart choices.
I agree.
Especially a combat sports athlete, making smart choices and adjusting.
It's life and death.
Yes. And adjusting.
Well, win or lose, not life.
Yeah. Adjusting mid-fight is critical. And having off-speed, different rhythms to rely upon.
But Ronda's never have to make. She's never had to make those adjustments.
Exactly.
And then you're trying to make them
has.
with a superior athlete.
Exactly.
And then you're like, fuck.
Exactly. I had a buddy who wanted to do MMA, and he's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, and he was doing very minimal striking training. And we talked about it, and I said, look, dude, do you know what you can do to a white belt? You know that feeling where you get in there and you roll with a guy and he's a white belt and you just fucking strangle him, just wrap him up, strangle him, you do whatever you want? Somebody's going to do that to you with kickboxing.
And it ain't fun. There's no tapping out.
It's not fun at all. And you can't think that they don't know. Because even though kickboxing, I don't think there's the same broadness that there is in jiu-jitsu, where I think jiu-jitsu is almost like never-ending as far as techniques.
Yes.
But kickboxing has so much depth. Like real high-level kickboxing has so much depth, and there's so many variables with guys who are really good, who have like very specific like styles and way to draw you in, and they set traps for you, and you think they're doing this and they're doing that, and they're setting up kicks with punches and punches with kicks, and you know they're trapping you and kneeing you and elbowing you in the face. There's so much going on, man, that if you think that you're just gonna go in there with some bullshit guy who holds the pads and uses those pool floaties,
you're an idiot.
Taps your gloves,
You're an idiot.
Yeah,
Or you just have no idea what you're getting
Right.
into, which is very unsafe.
Very unsafe. So you better be one of two things. You better be some fucking stud Phil Davis type All-American wrestler who could just pretty much take down anybody in the division, so you get to dictate where the fight takes place. Or don't fight that guy. Learn how to fucking kickbox first, man. Learn, because you're going to get shinned. And you get shinned in the head. That is one of the worst results you could ever have in MMA.
Ever.
If somebody armbars you, you tap. If somebody chokes you out, you wake up. You wake up and you go, what happened? And you're okay. You get fucking Gonzaga'd in the head.
Ooh.
Like Gabriel Gonzaga knocked out Krokop, or what Krokop knocked out Vanderlei.
What,
Jesus.
son? Dude, Krokop, Gonzaga's fighting, I think, tonight or tomorrow night. He's on this card. Did you know that? I had no idea.
I had no idea.
I had no idea.
Who's he fighting?
He's fighting some Russian cat. He's on the undercard. How crazy is that? I was going through the fight card. I'm like, oh shit, Gonzaga's doing the damn thing.
Is it tonight? Is he fighting tonight?
Yep. He's on Fight Pass?
Jesus Christ. Where is it? I don't see it. I don't see it on the schedule.
Oh, that's tomorrow night.
Oh, it's tomorrow night. Okay.
Surprising though, right? I had no idea.
Yeah.
Hey, 35 fights in 3 days.
What is going on with that? What's the idea behind that? I should probably ask.
I feel like you'd know more than I would.
I should know more than you do. What's wrong with me?
I don't know. For sure, just text Dana. He's not going to return my text.
He would return your text.
None of us like, hey, man.
What's
What's
fuck
up
are
with
you guys
35
doing?
fights, bro?
Why are you guys fucking up so hard? Yeah. But I think it's amazing. It's a Christmas weekend for fighters, or for
Hell yeah.
fans, rather.
It's phenomenal.
Oh,
but
yeah.
nothing matters except for UFC 194.
Konstantin Yurokin. Yeah, okay, that guy's a beast. He's a big fucking tough Russian guy. That's an interesting fight, man.
Yeah, Gonzaga, man.
Gonzaga, I wonder.
He was so scary when he was Gonzaga.
I wonder what he's trying to do now. I wonder if he's just making a living, or if he wants to reassess. And how old is he now? Doesn't say.
A guy like Gonzaga, though, like,
I gotta say he's 35 or 36, right?
This sucks to say, but it's like he's never gonna be champion. That's not happening. And you can say, well, that's not necessarily true, because look at, what are you going to say, Mark Hunt, something like that. It's just tough, man.
He's going to have a hard time, for sure. Mm-hmm. Your boy Mitrione looked really good against him.
You look great.
Mitrione's fast. And that's the thing, like Gonzaga, when he gets on the scale, when Gonzaga steps on the platform when he weighs in, it's almost like he's made out of rock. Like,
so dense.
Even the way he moved, like thump, thump,
so
thump,
dense.
thump. Like, even Brock Lesnar didn't make that kind of noise when he got onto the
Gonzaga
scale.
is so dense. Before I fought him in Anaheim, I remember walking by him, and we were actually supposed to get on the Fighter's Best. I see him in Starbucks eating 2 glazed donuts. I was like, God damn. And in my mind, I was like, God damn, that's gangster.
He didn't give a fuck.
He doesn't give a fuck.
That's
Look at
not
that guy.
the right way to approach it, but respect.
Said, fuck it.
That Shane Carwin fight, remember that fight?
Oh my God, he was kind of whooping Shane's ass, and Shane said,
He caught
"Cool
Shane.
story."
He caught Shane and had him hurt, and he moved in for
Took
the kill.
him down.
Yeah,
took Shane down.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh shit!" And then Shane got up and just threw like this half-ass kind of just like a flick of the wrist, just a little, and knocked him out.
Well, he threw a right hand.
It was so
like
just
a
a little
6-inch right hand. Yeah, well, Shane hit so fucking hard.
Oh my God,
he hit so fucking hard. Yeah, there's gonna be a wave of those guys, man. It's going to take a few years, maybe. These elite wrestlers that are coming up, that are learning how to strike when they're in high school, and they're competing as wrestlers, and they're going to make it into the UFC in the next couple of years, especially as the money gets bigger. Like,
the money has to get bigger.
you know, there's no doubt that Fabricio Verdum is like a super talented, super skillful guy. But the public's consciousness and the awareness of him is not nearly as high as it was when Kane beat Brock Lesnar. Right? That was the height of the heavyweight division, right? Wouldn't you say?
And I think it's mainly due because of Brock.
Yeah.
Because Kane Jr. Dos Santos, that was awesome. Two
Yeah.
superior athletes going at it, but still not the same because
Yeah.
of Brock.
Yeah, Brock brought some new element. You know, he brought the world wrestling entertainment people.
But I think in order to get those big boys, those freak athletes involved, the money would have to be
Got to
higher.
come up.
Have to.
You got to get those football guys who are, you know, interested in giving it a shot.
Because, you know, I have a kid on the way, and if he's anything like Brock Lesnar, that little bastard's not fighting. You better go get that money in baseball or NFL.
Yeah. Would you worry about NFL with head collisions and all that shit?
Not as much, because the juice is worth the squeeze. Not as much as fighting.
Right.
Because fighting, I mean, like I retired, I got an Instagram post that said, "Hey man, congrats," and then like an email. So you retire in the NFL. You retire in the NFL. You got some shit coming your way. So it's just different.
Even if you only had like a couple years in.
If you have 3.5 years or more, you get a stipend every month. You have health insurance.
Really?
I mean, yeah, you're pretty taken care of.
Wow, that's nice.
To a certain level, to a certain degree, how much you played.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be ideal if fighters
they'll
knew.
get there.
You think so?
The UFC will get there. They have to. They have to.
Think so?
And they know that, yeah. They know that. Like I said, and this isn't a knock on Dana White or Lorenzo or anything like that. We're just we basically have leather helmets on right now. You know what I'm saying? If you go back, if you compare it to the NFL, they're going to get there. They take all this heat, and even I give them shit, but it's so new, man. They're trying their best. This stuff does not happen overnight.
Don't you think it almost has to pass through a few generations? Like maybe, what is the sport going to be like 50 years from now when Dana's not around anymore? I mean, when we're not around anymore, what is the sport going to be like then? Like maybe, you know, when you look back at football's been around a long fucking time.
True.
A long fucking time. And it's slowly gotten to this point. I think what MMA really needs right now is competition. They need a lot of competition. And Bellator's just, you're not going to get there with Dada 5000 and Kimbo Slice. It's just
not.
like, it's a good fight. It'll be fun to watch, I'm sure. Royce Gracie versus Ken Shamrock 3. Look, they're legends. They deserve to fight if they want to fight. They have earned it. And I know that's something that Ken has alluded to. He said, you know, he earned his right to compete.
I agree.
Absolutely, 100%. So does Royce. Absolutely, 100%. They deserve their right to compete. But it's not the same as the UFC right now.
No,
and until
it's not even close.
until someone comes along, and like Strikeforce kind of almost had it. You know, they were close. Before Strikeforce was owned by the UFC,
They were
and
big.
Fedor was fighting Brett Rogers, and you know there was some shit going on. It was
Gilbert
like,
Melendez,
yeah,
they were doing well.
There was some shit going on. It was like, whoa, this is pretty goddamn good. It was pretty goddamn good.
See, I think the UFC will get there. We just need time on our side. The struggle they're going to have is, you know, the NFL's dealing with a little bit now with the concussion stuff. I think when MMA down the road, we're going to see the concussion. It's really, then people are like, dude, what are we doing? And the pay's nowhere near. So when I say the NFL's worth the squeeze, it's because you're taking care of compensation-wise. So you're going to have some fucked up knees and your brain's going to be oatmeal. But in the UFC, I mean, man, like I said, you get an email and a repost on Instagram.
But don't you think that like then it's even more important to make sure that someone like Rousey has enough time, that Ronda has enough time off to recuperate, and you mitigate all potential problems that you could have with her getting knocked out again?
100%, Joe.
I mean, what if this fight takes place and in the first round, Holly just fucking slams a shin right into Ronda's jaw, and she stiffens up and just falls straight back like Terry Edom? Remember when
With
Terry
Barboza?
Edom, and he caught him with that wheel kick,
What?
and he just stiffened and fell straight back, bang.
The probabilities that happen are very high.
Very high. Well, this is what you have to realize if you've never been hit before. When you get knocked out like that, you can't get hit for a long time. It's not the same. It takes a while before you build back the resistance to get to the point where you have like a baseline. You know, like your baseline is like how you are right now. If you get hit right now, like, wow, that would hurt, but you'd be able to absorb a much better shot than if you had just gotten a concussion. If you had just gotten a concussion recently and then you get hit again, your brain's like, what the and we've seen it. We've seen so many guys get knocked out and then come back.
A lot of times it happens, I'm going to cut you off, Joe, but a lot of times it happens in camp. Like before I fought Rothwell, like weeks before, Carwin fucked me up, man. I should. And if I was knowledgeable how I am now, I'd be like, dude, I don't know if I should fight. This is not good.
Right.
But back in the day, this is whatever 3-4 years ago. They're like, just no more sparring. You'll rest. Well, that's 2 weeks before the fight. That's really not enough time.
It's
man.
not enough.
So
for
then
concussion.
he lands a decent shot, but I've had way worse. And he clips me, and it's tough, man.
Yeah, it just shut you off. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, Joe Duffy, how about that? A week before he was supposed to fight Dustin Poirier, he gets knocked out in camp. He gets a concussion, and they have to pull him out.
See, that's why whenever MMA math people try saying, well, Rockhold, Machida, Weidman, MMA math doesn't work for me because I know Machida was not ready to fight when he fought Rockhold. I was in his camp. We were like, dude, this is not the Machida we know. So he goes in and destroys him, gets clipped. It's the different Machida. So that doesn't work for me.
So what was wrong with Machida?
He just needed time off. His biggest issue is he'll go right back to sparring. We're not talking like light sparring and hitting mitts. He goes right back to the dog days of sparring as soon as he's done. So, he was getting clipped. He was having just a rough time, and so he just wasn't ready to take that fight.
So you were watching him train, and you knew that something was up?
I think everyone did.
Really?
Yeah. And so now, he's taking everyone's like, dude, you need a break. So he's taking a long time off.
He fought Munoz. Where was that? In England? Is that where it was? Where his first fight at 185?
Yeah. When he head kicked him?
Yeah, he looked sensational.
They were training together, too.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, because we were all trained together, and then was like, dude, I got to fight Machida, and everyone was kind of like, ooh, fuck.
But if you watch him from that fight to like the Machida you see now, it's like, man, a little shop worn. He's had some tough fights. The old Romero fight.
But that happens.
Yep.
That happens, man.
Yeah.
That happened. And like I think it happened with Klitschko. I hate going back to boxing, but I think it just, for whatever reason, it happens that it's just a certain fight where you're like, oh my God, it's not the same guy.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, man. Well, and is it Jose Aldo's been undefeated for 10 years. He's been through the ringer. He's fought the best of the best. To me, he's number one pound for pound. There's no one better. You look at his resume. To me, he's number fucking one. Now, it's Saturday night, the time where we see him, it's like, oh, that's not the same Jose we've seen. There's going to come a day, there's going to be a fight, unless he retires.
See, I think that he is definitely one of the all-time greats, and I think he's definitely one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world, but he doesn't fight with the same sort of dominance that Mighty Mouse does. Like, he'll beat, like, Uriah Faber down. He crushed his leg and beat him down and knocked out Chad Mendez in their first fight. But if you look at, like, the Ricardo Lamas fight, Lamas had him on his back in the 5th round. He's beating on him.
So did Hominick.
Yeah, so did Hominick. He fades towards the end. And if you look at the fight with Chad Mendez, that was a fucking very, very close fight, that second fight.
Phenomenal fight.
Very close fight.
I think 45 is more stacked than Mighty Mouse. I
maybe.
think it's more stacked.
I
so
think
he's fighting tougher competition.
That's certainly a good argument. However, John Dodson knocked out TJ Dillashaw at 135. He's a fucking monster.
True, monster.
He's fast as shit. Super athletic and dangerous as fucking. Mighty Mouse just shut him down.
I agree. I just think over 10 years, and he's fought the who's who and
I
beat
agree.
him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, it's such a subjective title, the pound
really?
for pound
Well,
best.
if you want to talk about pound for pound, who's going to rip everyone's face off, it's John Jones. There's no one better than John Jones to ever enter the octagon. He's literally going to grab everyone and rip their freaking face off if he wanted to.
Do you think
so
he's
that's
gonna
pound
fight,
for pound?
You think he's going to fight heavyweight now?
Yeah, 100%. He's going to go in there, he's going to fight DC, and he's like, cool, let's fight heavyweight.
Yeah. Wow.
He's so jacked. What are we doing? He's so jacked. Like, has his shit together.
You know, that happens to people when they become like real technical and they're strong, but in a grappling sense, and then they start lifting weights. Like, they get so much, because now they have all this ability to do things from technique that's backed up by all this horsepower. Like,
dude,
Eddie Bravo's game changed so hard when he started lifting weights. Like, there's Eddie Bravo pre-weights and there's Eddie Bravo post-weights, and they're totally different guys.
Night and day different.
Well, he was just a small guy who had really good technique. And then he got to the point where he was lifting weights like a couple days a week, steady, for years. He wouldn't stop. He's just like, I got to get stronger. He's like, I'm just battling in the gym constantly with these guys who are bigger and stronger than me. And then as soon as he started putting mass on and he started getting really strong to go with that technique, he was just smashing
different
people.
Animal. See, Shinkar and myself were a little different. We spent too much time in the weight room when we should have been doing technique.
Right.
Like, we're in the weight room, like, spotting each other on the bench. I'm like, God, I feel like we should work on punching and kicking. He's like, you think? I'm like, well, you're huge as fuck as it is. I don't think we're going to get any better squatting all the
Especially if you fight a guy like Junior Dos Santos. Like, Junior couldn't lift nearly as much as Shane, but when they got in the cage together, Junior was lighting him up because of just boxing technique.
Yeah, that's where technique comes into play.
Well, that's what it is. It's about getting hit.
You want to talk about a fight that should have happened years ago? Dos Santos over him next week.
What do you think about that fight?
I mean, Dos Santos with a new camp with ATT, so I think that's good. This fight should have happened a year or two ago. I don't think Junior's ever the same. I think after those 2 Kane losses and then after that Stipe fight, I mean, what? You want to talk about miles?
Brutal fight.
So I don't know, man.
Yeah.
And then with Overeem with this new drug testing, I mean, what are we going to get? We're going to get the 205 Overeem? What's he going to look like?
Right.
There's a lot of variables, man.
A lot of variables,
dog. Same with Jose Aldo.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you're making the
you know what I'm
might be
saying?
on steroids face.
Well, no, I'm just saying.
Might have been.
Maybe he's not. But
that's the face you're making, though. He might have been on some shit.
Let's say he's not, right?
Okay.
Let's say he is, but then the strict drug testing comes into play. We're talking about a different animal, man.
Right. Oh yeah.
Completely
100%.
different animal.
Not the same guy.
That's an X factor for me. That's a huge X factor.
It has to be, but we don't know. We don't know what he was doing and what he wasn't doing.
All speculation.
100%.
I have no idea.
Yeah, because he never got tested positive for anything.
Never. He's an absolute animal. I don't know, but I could say that for anyone. You go through UFC 194. You say that for a lot of guys. It's an X factor.
Yeah, that's interesting, man. We can't know. You can't know who's on water, who's on something, and got caught.
There's no way unless people get caught.
Yeah, when you get caught, they always say, "Oh, I didn't know. Someone gave me this diet." I mean, has there ever been a guy who someone actually they gave him a protein shake and he drank it? And they're like, "Oh, yo, dog, I forgot to tell you steroids and that." Like,
motherfucker, I thought this was chocolate whey. Nah, man, I put steroids in it. That's hey, real quick, just for all the listeners out there, that's never happened.
I think it's got to have happened once. People are idiots. There's a lot of idiots.
And then they test positive.
Yeah.
I like guys like I didn't even know what I was taking. This guy was just giving me injections in my ass. He told me it's vitamin C.
It is possible that if you were at a bad gym and you're hanging around with a bunch of fucking morons and they want you to fail. And there's dudes that are doing juice. They'll put some juice in your protein drink. Here's the solution. Don't let anybody mix your protein drinks. Especially some asshole doesn't really like you.
Yeah, man.
Some
keep an eye
crazy
on your
guy.
Shit.
But there has to be a guy out there that actually did have someone drop a steroid in his protein drink and he pissed positive. And he probably tells everybody, and they're like, yeah,
like, oh,
sure.
really?
He's like, no, fucking it actually did happen. Fuck.
That would be a bummer.
That would be such a bummer.
Bummer. Think how surprised you'd be failed the steroid test.
He'd be so freaked out. Like, I can't believe that the actual thing that everybody jokes about really did happen to me.
You fucked. Oh my god.
It's like actually going into a van that says free candy. Is there really free candy in this van? Clunk. Ow, fuck.
You're that guy.
Beat you over the head. Like, god damn it. How did I fall for that? This card tomorrow is pretty good. There's a lot of good fights on this card, but the card on Saturday is insane. But the one big fight that's on tomorrow, well, there's a couple big fights besides Frankie Edgar and Chad Mendez, but Barboza and Tony Ferguson,
motherfucker.
Barboza and Tony Ferguson, son. Ooh.
I love Ferguson in that fight.
Ooh. That's a crazy fight, dude.
That's a motherfucker.
That is a crazy fight.
I just think it's Ferguson's time, man. He's so fucking good.
He's dangerous. Very dangerous. But so is Barboza.
I agree. I just feel like Tony just hits like a Mack truck.
He does. He does. It's a very interesting fight. Very interesting. He's going to have to deal with those fucking leg kicks, though. God damn, Barboza kicks
I don't think
fast.
it gets out of 2 rounds. I think Tony stops him in 2.
Wow.
I know, right? That's how much I
Strong.
believe in Tony. I just think 2016 is kind of the year of Tony Ferguson at that weight.
Strong statement.
know, right?
Brendan
I
Schaub
know.
going out on a limb here.
I'll tell you what, man.
You're making predictions. Like, you're making a strong prediction.
No, it's never good. Sometimes it backfires like a motherfucker.
Ha! Barboza monster. He is a monster. That Paul Felder fight, that switch kick that he was landed to Felder's ribs,
I've never seen anything like it.
fastest I've ever seen.
I agree. Just never seen anything like it.
He was like a 110-pound Thai guy. Like you watch those Muay Thai champions, those flyweight dudes that are just like lightning bolts. That's like what kind of speed he was dropping that switch kick in. I remember like literally I had to like readjust my metric when I was judging it, like watching, like what's a fast kick and what's not a fast kick. His kick was so much faster than anybody else's that I had to readjust like what I thought was a fast kick.
He's going to land some of those. I just think Tony's going to counter and end the night.
Well, Michael Johnson gave him a lot of pressure, and Barboza had a real hard time with that. But correct me if I'm wrong, I believe Barboza was traveling back and forth from Florida to New Jersey to train with Mark Henry while that was going on. Now he lives down there.
Correct.
That'll make a big impact.
Different animal.
And that's what we saw in the fight with Paul Felder. We saw like the best version of Barboza we've ever seen. The most focused, the fastest, the best prepared.
If he's with Mark Henry, I'm telling you, man, I spent maybe 4 weeks with Mark Henry. I've never seen anything like it. The reason, maybe just because he's Frank Yeager's guy and Edwin Barboza, he doesn't get a lot of notoriety like a Frost or Greg Jackson. I'm telling you, man, it's some another level shit, man.
Really?
I'm telling you, we worked. He was like, "Let me see you move around," and he had this guy hold mitts for me, and he filled out a fucking notepad about 6 pages long, front and back, just all this shit, and he was obsessed with it, texting me. Voicemails where he's like, just listen to him. You don't respond, just listen. And there's all these combos. I was like, holy fuck! If someone can, if you spend and you see Edwin Barboza and you see freaking Frankie Edgar, how talented these guys are, and now Chris Weidman brought Mark Henry in to help with the Rockhold fight.
Really?
And that was the X factor for me.
Ooh, so that's what pushes you over the top. Weidman over Rockhold?
It did, and I thought Rockhold was going to win earlier in the week. And then and I've been listening, and then Mark Henry says he's working with Weidman. I was like, oh, hell no.
Really? So it was just Mark Henry coming in as a trainer that made you switch over?
I was this close. I was this close to picking Weidman or Rockhold. And then just, I don't know, I'm with Weidman.
Wow, that's interesting. That shows you, that's a pretty serious level of respect for Mark Henry.
Dude, I've worked with Faraz, and I'm not. Those are the best in the business. Lister Bowling, Greg Jackson, all these phenomenal coaches, Tony Jeffries, all these guys. I've never seen anything like Mark Henry. The amount of time, as soon as I heard he's on board, I was like, oh fuck, you're talking about another level.
What do you think about his style as opposed to the style that Bang is showing T.J. Dillashaw, which is a lot of switching of the stances, a lot of variations in the approach and the attack, where you're constantly overloading the mind. You never know what a guy's going to do. What do you think of that?
I think Bang's style works for one guy in the world.
For TJ?
Yep.
What about what it's doing for Danny Castillo? Danny Castillo's looking fantastic.
He's not looking like TJ.
He's looking better. And for him, well, first of all, they came in at different levels of striking.
I agree. I'm just
especially
saying.
Especially kicking-wise.
I agree. He looks better. But I think for that obsessive style and for what TJ does, they're the perfect combo.
Right.
It does not get any better than that.
So you think it's a style makes trainer matchup?
Yes, 100%.
Yes.
Because try and listen to, well, you won't be there. They fight on Friday night. You're not doing the fight. But if you can, listen to Mark Henry when he's coaching Frankie Edgar.
I think
he has a towel on. He's sweating, and they have different language every time. They have different variables every time. It's never the same.
So that nobody could get it?
No one can get it.
Wow.
It's literally like a video game. ABBBC, ABBC, and he's doing the thing. It's like a fucking video game.
Wow.
I've never seen anything like it, man.
Wow. Very interesting. And he's just a striking guy, right?
Just striking.
So who does the transitions between the striking and the grappling? How do they orchestrate that in the training?
Yeah, I know Weidman has his whole camp with Ray Longo and Matt Serra and all that, so they all come together. Mm-hmm. And then, dude, I've heard stories about Weidman. I don't think people realize how strong Weidman is. I've heard him just molly-whopping heavyweights, just destroying dudes. And Weidman, when I break down the tape, he just has this X factor that I don't think Luke has. Granted, Luke's gone 5 rounds more. A lot of people don't realize that. Luke's gone 5 rounds in Strikeforce. Jacare, Tim Kennedy beat both of them. Great grapplers. But I just think Weidman has this X factor that it's hard to gauge. Like, you can't put a number on it, if that makes sense. I know it sounds weird.
Rockhold thinks he's going to be able to stay on the outside and have success the way Anderson did in the first round of the first fight and Vitor did in that opening flurry of that the fight that they had. And he thinks he's going to be able to do some damage there. If you look at that fight, the Vitor fight where Vitor had Weidman stunned, like he nailed him a couple times, and then Vitor moved in for the kill, but Vitor just didn't have the stamina. He just couldn't sustain it, and then he didn't have the defense in the ground. Weidman took him down and just fucked him up. It was just a beat down. As soon as Weidman shot that double, got to hold those legs tight, dropped him down, total control of the ground, and just beat the shit out of him. I don't think he'll be able to do that the same way to Rockhold. I think Rockhold's be a much harder guy to take down and a much harder guy to keep down. I think Rockhold's got a way better wrestling camp with DC and Kane, and Rockhold's just shown really good takedown defense in the past. I think
agree.
It makes it tricky. I think that fight gets super interesting if Rockhold uses his height and reach in kicking. He's a really good kicker and keeps it on the outside.
Phenomenal left kick.
What is his fucking background besides wrestling?
Surfing.
But where did he learn how to kick like that?
He was surfing and he was bullshitting around. I know he did some judo when he was young.
He didn't have a karate background or anything?
And then walked into AK when he was super young.
How old was he?
I think 17.
Okay, so Javier has been kind of coaching him from the beginning, huh?
So I mean, Rockhold, I think it will get his kicks off, and that's to keep that distance. I just feel like Weidman's gonna get him down, and Weidman. This is the X factor. Weidman also is a phenomenal grappler, man. He's been training with Marcelo Garcia forever. And, I mean, he's a stud on the ground. I think AK's overlooking that. I think that they're worried about the striking, they're worried about the pressure and all that, and they think Rockhold thinks he's going to take you down, pop up. I get that. Weidman's a motherfucker down there. He controlled Vitor Belfort on the ground like
a building.
Literally, he's so heavy on top, man.
Well, Danaher's his guy too, and Danaher's the master. He's a real wizard. He's so smart too. He's a guy that when you have that guy in your corner, there's a distinct advantage when it comes to strategy, and if you're training with him on a regular basis, like he doesn't make mistakes. He doesn't make mistakes in assessment or execution. He knows what to do and when to do it and how to do it right. He just knows. He's not weighed down by stupid ideas.
To me, it's the best fight in middleweight history. Two guys just in their prime, man. I have no idea who's going to win. I can see these guys fighting 2 or 3 times, talking about a trilogy.
Well, it really all depends on the result of the first fight.
True.
So, like, a lot of people thought that could have been the case with Vitor and Weidman, but Weidman just smashed him.
True.
If Weidman can do that to Rockhold, then the whole game changes. But do you think Weidman needs like a breakout performance in order to achieve like a higher level of stardom? Like something has to happen for
Even
people
this
to recognize how great he is.
So let's say Weidman goes in there and knocks him out in the first round, but then Conor McGregor goes in and knocks Jose out in 3 rounds.
Yeah.
We're not talking about Weidman. He gets honey-dicked again. You know what I'm saying? He's honey-dicked again. My bad, dog. Maybe next time. Because we're not talking about Weidman.
It's true.
All we're talking about is Conor Aldo.
Yeah.
That's all we're talking about.
And it's all trash talk. It's the trash talk. The trash talk, because on paper, both of them are equally intriguing. But the trash talk of Conor has pushed the whole thing way over the top as far as like wanting to see it. It's like, wow.
But it's kind of calmed down because of the injury, and there's been this delay. Because when they're on that world tour, I was like, holy fuck, this is insane.
Dude.
I think Conor McGregor mind-fucked Jose Aldo. Not really anymore.
I don't know about all that.
I don't think so anymore. I don't think it's as bad this time.
I think it's still in his head. It doesn't matter. We don't know what the reaction to that is going to be. Some guys, the worst shit you can do is get them riled up.
Well, if you look at Jose Aldo's past, anytime a guy brings a fight to him, he gets fucked up.
Yeah.
If Jose Aldo, if it's super respectful and he gets ahead on you, he coasts. He takes rounds off, he coasts. We've seen it, man.
Yeah.
But I think Conor McGregor, he bit off all he can chew, man. Because Jose Aldo, when you're bringing the fight to him, you get one hell of a Jose Aldo. We look at Mendez Jose 2. What? To me, that's one of the greatest fights ever.
It's going to be interesting to see what approach Aldo takes. Because what if Aldo comes out southpaw? Then shit gets interesting. Because one of the benefits that Conor has is that he fights southpaw. He's got a nasty right hand.
True.
He throws almost like disdainful half-speed kicks, and he uses your positioning and judging you to set up other things. And then he mixes those half-speed kicks up with very fast techniques, spinning kicks and things along those lines, that front kick to the body, and then he'll throw like a disdainful roundhouse kick, almost like daring you to try to counter it so he can look to drop that left hand in on you. He does a lot of interesting shit as far as like varying his rhythm and his approach and his movement, his long, wide stance. He just does a lot of shit that's hard to judge. But if Aldo immediately initiates grappling, this is something that I don't think people have been thinking of.
That's
Aldo
exactly what I was going to
is
say.
fucking nasty on the ground. Nasty.
World champion.
Yeah, he beat Cobrina in straight jiu-jitsu. Okay, so if Aldo just clinches and drags that fight to the ground very early in the fight, look, we saw in the Conor and Chad Mendes. Chad took him down and held him down and was landing some nasty ground and pound with essentially no camp. I mean, 2 weeks, which is like your weight cutting. You know, you don't have any cardio. It's just like you're not going to improve in 2 weeks because the last week is all just about recovery anyway. Mm-hmm. So he's got like 7 days to work out for Conor for a fucking world title fight while he's doing all this press, right? Aldo's got all the time in the world. He's got all the time in the world, and he is a monster on the ground.
That's his background.
Yeah.
His background is not striking. His background is jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
So to me, and you hit it right on the head. No one's talking about
No
it.
one's talking about that.
Jose's going to grapple him because Conor's hard to figure out, especially early in the rounds. He's doing all these weird angles. It's like, fuck, man, what am I going to do? He's going to grapple him. That's what I think.
And he's a stud athlete, too. Like
Freak.
He can get a hold of you and drags you to the ground, and all of a sudden, you know, he's got your back and he's fucking blasting you with punches and elbows. It could get real weird.
Because if I'm watching the Mendes fight, because I think that especially that first round when Mendes kept taking him down, Jose Camp is going, all right, this is what we're gonna do, and then let's get it staying in the third, fourth, fifth round.
But
Start teeing off.
here's look at it another way. Conor comes in like a serpent with all his slippery movement, and he drops one of those fucking piston left hands in on Jose's chin. Then shit gets real weird real quick. That could happen too.
I agree.
Blam! He lands one of those fucking corkers on him and starts talking shit to him and gets in front of his face.
Jose's never been a fight at this magnitude.
No.
Never.
Never with the shit talking. The shit talking changes everything.
The shit talking
it's mental warfare.
and all the eyes on this fight and the pressure.
Oh, yeah.
He's been champ, forever. He's been undefeated for 10 years. He's never been in this kind of fight.
No, not even close. He's gotten a lot of attention in Brazil. Like the first Chad Mendes fight was a giant victory for him in Brazil. Ran out to the audience, was cheering with him. They held up the flag.
Different animal.
It's a different thing.
And I also, Jose will get hit. He'll go straight back, and he does get hit. We see Chad Mendes in other fights where he gets hit.
He's not elusive. He's not like Mighty Mouse.
If you get hit by Conor McGregor, the game is over. He hits like a fucking Mack truck.
Yeah, he snaps those punches
He's
in.
big, too, man.
And he mixes shit up real good with uppercuts and straight punches, and he comes at different angles. He gets unpredictable with his movements when he's in close. Like if you look at his fight with Marcus Brimage, that beautiful combination that he landed to take Brimage out.
Amazing.
Woo!
And how good does his Max Holloway win look now?
Exactly.
And he did
Looks
that with
really
a fucked
good.
up knee.
Yeah, he jacked his knee in the first round. So there's a lot going on in that fight.
What? And I think after, let's say Conor wins that fight, his toughest matchups are looming. They're waiting for him.
Well, Tony Ferguson's already called him out.
Well,
He's like, come on up to 155, bitch.
This might be his last fight at 45 too.
Most likely will be with
Donald
the IV.
wants to fight him too.
Of course.
That's
of
a
course.
fucking fight,
Whoop,
son.
whoop, whoop, whoop.
Pettis.
Well, Donald shouldn't be thinking about anything but the 18th.
That's gonna be a tough one.
That's a tough one.
It's a tough one. Rooting for my boy Cerrone.
I am too. I'm also rooting for Dos Anjos. That's the fucking problem with being a commentator. You gotta fucking root on everybody.
Not me.
I like as a human being, I'm way closer to Donald. Donald's my friend. But when I watch those two fight, I'm a fan. I mean, I'm a fan of martial arts.
Yeah, you're a professional.
But when I watch those two fight, I'm a fan of both those guys. I'm a Rafael Dos Anjos fan. That motherfucker is a beast. That beatdown that he put on Pettis, the way he did it.
He's the nicest guy in the world, too.
He's the best.
The nice guy. When I was fighting, and I never forget the stuff. Anytime guys go out of their way to be nice to me, I never forget it. When I was in Brazil for a press conference before I fought Nogueira, it's like, 14 weeks before the fight. Brazilians aren't exactly a big Brown fan when you're fighting the biggest guy in the fucking city. No one's doing me favors. And Dos Anjos gave me rides everywhere. Took me to gyms, made sure I was cool,
That's
made
awesome.
sure where to eat. He was great, man.
He's a great dude. I always like talking to him.
But
He's
then,
always a very friendly guy.
Cowboy and I are from Denver, same team. Cowboy's my boy.
Yeah. No, I
So
get it.
it's tough, man. I'm
I get
always
it.
biased. Don't ever get it twisted. Whenever I make picks, I'm always biased.
Yeah, I feel you. I like this fight as a martial artist because as someone who's like looks at the problems that both guys present, I like this fight because the physicality of Dos Anjos is something that guys have to deal with. He's worked real hard on his conditioning and his strength and conditioning routine. He trains with that Nick Curson guy.
Yeah.
He's Marv Marinovic's disciple.
Sure.
They do some wild, crazy, explosive, plyometric shit. They do a lot of like strength shit, and a lot of it about just reducing the amount of time it takes you to act and to perform your actions. Just getting it down, just fractions of a second, constantly exploding, constantly moving. There's just all sprints and box jumps and that kind of shit. If you watch like some of his the training modalities, it's really fascinating to watch all these different techniques they apply, all these weird flexibility things he does.
That's cool.
Oh, he does a lot of wild shit, man.
The one thing I don't like is how much time Cowboy's had off. Cowboy likes to go, and that's when he's his best. When you give him a lot of time off and he has to think about the fights, it's usually trouble.
Yeah, well,
but Cowboy's a motherfucker, man. He's so
got a lot of
dangerous.
momentum right now. He's got
So
a lot of
dangerous.
momentum. You know, and he's a really fucking tough guy. He takes a good shot.
They don't get any tougher than Donald Cerrone.
He takes a good shot, and he's really fucking sneaky with his Muay Thai. Very sneaky.
And off his back, man. I'm telling you, his X Factor off his back. I've rolled with Cowboy. It's like, Jesus, man.
Yeah, he's very slick
very
off
good.
his back. It's one of the best things about being a kickboxer that has a really good guard game, because you don't worry about getting taken down, because you're very offensive off your back.
Unless you're fighting Dos Anjos, who's a
High-level
grappler,
yeah.
black belt, who
High
does
level.
not give a fuck about your guard.
Who's also strong as shit.
Yes.
Like you saw that Nate Diaz fight. He just ragdolled
God,
Nate Diaz.
dog.
And just brutalized that leg, too, with those leg kicks. Oh. It's going to be interesting to see if he decides to stand with Donald, like how he decides to approach it. He's so fucking fast. That was the thing that got me in the Pettis fight, like how fast he is to engage and fast he is to execute. He's like right there, bang! Like he was like put tremendous pressure on Pettis right from the beginning, and Pettis doesn't like that. Pettis likes you to stand the outside and give him time to like get his timing.
Most strikers do, like Barboza loves that. You know,
exactly.
Yeah, a lot of them like that.
And the way to beat those guys a lot of time is that kind of pressure.
Get in their face.
And Donald had a hard time with Nate in their fight, because Nate put a lot of pressure on him in the first round, and there was a lot of shit talking.
Yep.
I think he got emotionally invested in that shit talking a little too much.
You want to talk about leg kicks? We didn't even talk about this. I hate to go back to it, but Jose Aldo has a motherfucker for a kick.
Oh yeah,
What?
Horrible.
And you got to remember, Conor has that wide stance.
Yep. He
That's
does.
a game fact, because you land 4 of those leg kicks. We're talking about a different night.
Yep. And he's also, we're assuming that Conor's going to fight Southpaw and that Jose's going to fight Orthodox. We're assuming. And if he does do that, then it opens him up for that inside leg kick for sure. That's a powerful technique, and it also head kicks. And Jose's not been a head kick kind of a guy, but Conor is. You know, and if Conor is in that position, he's in the strong leg back position, and Jose's opened in the orthodox position. So what I'm saying, folks, if you don't know what we're talking about, if like someone fights a southpaw, it means they have their right foot forward. Orthodox, the way most boxers fight, they have their left leg forward. When Conor has his right leg forward, the inside of his leg, which is a very, very sensitive, soft, tender area, he gets opened up for those inside leg kicks.
It'll slow your game down.
Yeah.
You land a couple of those world-class kicks, it'll slow your game down.
Yeah, but I mean, I got to think that Conor's anticipated that, and he's probably going to, time his movement. And then also you look at, like, that was the kick that did in Anderson, because Weidman checked it.
Yep.
And Weidman checked it perfectly and snapped Anderson's leg. So there's that possibility, too. If they go shin to shin a couple of times, woo.
I've never been more excited than for a fight card since Saturday night.
It's stunning. Spectacular. It's so good in so many ways.
Can I hate on one of the fights on the card, Joe, real quick?
Please do.
Gunnar Nelson, Damian Maia, I think
How dare you?
Snooze Fest 3000.
How
I know.
dare
I
you?
hope I'm wrong. I
hope
hope I'm
you're
wrong
wrong, too.
Every other fight on that card is ridiculous. I think just style-wise, I just don't see that being fun. You look at their previous wins. Gunnar Nelson's his finishes are only by submission. You ain't submitting Damian Maia. That ain't happening. And then his other ones are decision. Damian Maia is either submission or decision.
Imagine if Gunnar did submit Damian Maia. You imagine that?
It'd be sick.
Can you imagine if he could do that?
It'd be so sick.
Like, is it possible? I mean,
I'm
think
a fan.
Is it possible that Damian could submit Gunnar? I mean, I don't even know if that's possible.
I agree. Well, the thing is, we talk about Gunnar Nelson's background in jiu-jitsu. He's the far cry from Damian Maia. Don't get twisted, people. As far as, celebrated true traditional jiu-jitsu, Damian Maia's a motherfucking monster.
Absolutely, 100% as far as achievements.
Yes.
But when you look at what Gunnar Nelson has done, like he's an elite grappler. He really
He
is.
beat Jeff Munson, son.
Yes, he did.
What?
Dominated him.
Yes.
And he's also small for the division, which is where it gets interesting because Damian Maia is large for the division. Damian cuts a lot of weight, and this will be his first time doing it without an IV.
Oh, see all these X factors, son? The other thing is Damian Maia, he's not exactly Lance Armstrong in the cardio department. So
No.
you want to talk about submissions later in the round, there's going to be one. It's probably going to be Nelson.
Well, and with no IV, he could even be more
totally
weakened by
forgot
this
about
weight
that.
cut. Yeah, it's a factor.
How about Souza and Romero? We didn't even talk about that. What the fuck?
Jacare is fighting Yoel Romero. First of all, Yoel Romero has the best body that has ever walked on Earth.
he is
Like who
cheeked up,
who
son.
looks better than that? That's a superhero.
He's a superhero.
That's a superhero. That's fucking Aquaman. That's Spider-Man.
Straight up.
That's Superman.
Straight up.
Look at that build. That shit's ridiculous. And Jacare's a fucking savage too, man. Jacare's bicep is like 3 inches longer than a normal bicep. It goes to the middle of his forearm.
He was born to choke people. He was literally born to choke people unconscious.
It's going to be interesting to see if Yoel can avoid the submissions if it goes to the ground. It's going to be interesting because Yoel's such an elite wrestler. I mean, his wrestling is outstanding.
You know what? It's outstanding, but he's been taken down the octagon by inferior guys.
It's because he doesn't give a fuck.
I-
Because he just gets right back up. He's not
You're
going to
not
have
getting
that
right back
approach.
up on Jacare.
No. He's not going to have that approach.
That's a fucking tough
He's going to
fight
be
call.
much more conservative, I think, in his approach as far as his attacks. But he's got so much faith in that fast twitch muscle fiber too, because he drops those fucking fast shots on
So
you.
does Souza, though.
Yep.
So does Jacare.
Yep.
What
Especially
the
now,
fuck, son?
the Yushin Okami fight when Jacare unloaded on Okami. What, you worried about my jujitsu?
What?
How about worried about knuckle sandwiches?
Knuckle sandwich, son.
Yeah.
I think someone's getting
fight.
dropped. That's a wild fight. I think he ends up on the feet and someone's going to land a bomb.
You know what gets me? I almost wish that Yoel. I almost wish he was fighting for the title now, because I feel like he's 36.
He's 36. Time is not on his side.
No, especially not with this kind of testing.
Yeah. Time is not on his side. Testing ain't doing him any favors.
That's not
and
good.
he has injuries. You know, he's back. They're supposed to fight before.
Well, he's had his neck operated on.
Of course.
He's got a big slice in the back of his neck, and you see him when he steps on the scale at the weigh-ins, where he had disc surgery. I don't know what they did. I don't know if
You
they
don't wrestle
fused
for
it.
that long without having some issues.
Yeah,
Beat Chael Sanderson
unquestionably.
twice.
Yeah, he's a monster. I mean, he's maybe one of the greatest amateur wrestlers to ever come out of Cuba.
He's just a freak,
A
man.
monster wrestler.
He eats shots, though, and he's not exactly a cardio machine either.
No, and he's got to be real careful about like how he explodes and how he paces himself. I mean, these are two fucking kegs of dynamite going after each other. Two different approaches.
Sev.
God damn, that's a good fight. Whoa! And how about we're not even talking about Uriah Faber. Uriah Faber's on this card. No one's even brought it up.
Yeah, they just have him on the card just in case Aldo didn't show up.
Yep, that's
Let's
exactly
be
what
real.
it is.
Let's get real
That's
here,
exactly
everybody.
what it is.
Yeah.
I probably gave him a good stipend.
Yeah, he's on the
Stay in
undercard.
shape.
Yeah, do your thing, Uriah.
Do you know Frankie Saenz?
Not really.
S-A-E-N-Z.
Seen
How
him
do you
fight
pronounce
once.
it? Saenz?
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 It's not good if we don't know his name.
Well, if he wins, it's good for him.
Yeah.
If he wins for it, it's gigantic for him. Jeremy Stevens and Max Holloway. It's another fucking bang-up fight, too. Nobody's bringing up.
Dude, I'm impressed with Holloway, man.
Fuck yeah, man. That Cub Swanson fight opened up a lot of people's eyes. They were like, whoa. And this kid's only like 24.
He's young, talented,
Mm-hmm.
fucking dude's up. What's he won? 5 in a row, 7 in a row since losing to Connor? 5
Yeah.
probably?
He's won quite a few and looks better every single time he's inside the octagon.
Hey, Stevens, for sure, let's not suck in our gut like that when we take the picture, though. Look at that. Can't do that. It's obvious.
Caught him out of camp for photos.
It's obvious. I've been there. It's like, God damn it. And you know this shit's going to be on the promos and shit. I would have tanned and did some fucking push-ups.
Yeah, Jeremy Stevens has some fucking dynamite in his hands.
He has dynamite. I
and
see
his kicks, too.
They're
When he
getting
knocked
better.
out Hani Jason, that head
Yes.
kick.
Nasty.
Ooh, that was a flatliner,
He's
son.
almost like the Rumble Johnson of this weight class. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like, he
you're
is
right.
just a
You're right.
fucking ball of knockout.
Yeah.
But then, I just think Holloway's, he's too good. He has too many tools to win.
We'll see. I like it. I like that fight. I like it a lot. I
That
think
whole
Jeremy
card-
Stevens, you zig when you should have zagged. You fuck up. You make a mistake.
Oh, it's over.
Yeah. He'll shut the fucking lights out on you. That Dennis Bermudez fight, how about that? How about that fight?
Bermudez is a motherfucker.
Bermudez was looking good in that fight, too. Jeremy Stephens dropped the bomb on him. He can do that, man, and he holds that power deep into the third round, too. You got to remember also, he knocked out the champ. He knocked out Dos Anjos.
That's right.
Yep.
People forget that.
I don't forget it. He knocked out Dos Anjos at 55 and then dropped down to 45. Feels like he's got a better shot at 45. I wonder how many guys are going to continue to try to compete at 45 with this IV ban.
Not many.
Yeah, I wonder how Jeremy's going to do, because I think this will be his first fight without the IV as well.
Well, think about Aldo and McGregor, too. McGregor's it's a motherfucker for them to get down.
Yeah.
You look at McGregor when he gets on that scale, it's like,
Yeah, he looks like
dead man walking. So.
Yeah, like a horrible stomach disease or something. Yeah.
If McGregor knocks out Aldo, is he the biggest star in the UFC?
Yeah. Yeah, he's the biggest. 100%. He's the biggest right now.
You think?
I mean, Ronda's the biggest, but she's not because she's not the champ. He's the champ. They will have parades for him in Ireland.
I'll have a parade for him.
Yeah, but you have to understand the level of champ, like the level of love that he gets is so, like, women, like, looked at Ronda like this new thing. There's this new thing that never existed before. This beautiful female combat sports champion who's totally dominant. But Ireland has a long history of combat sports athletes, and right now Conor McGregor is as big as anyone that's ever been. And if he beats Aldo and he smashes Aldo with the way he talks and his charisma, the way he dresses, his whole package, the whole thing, there's no one like him. They will have a goddamn parade for him in Ireland, and he will be the biggest star MMA has ever seen. He will eclipse Brock Lesnar and Ronda Rousey together. He's going to be the fucking Mac Daddy.
You know the thing about Conor, too?
That's a big if, right?
It's a big if.
It's a big if.
Fucking if, man. But
it's an if and
I think
a half.
the UFC needs it. I think UFC needs him to win so bad.
Nope.
I disagree.
I disagree.
Conor,
if Conor gets knocked out dead by Jose Aldo, then Aldo looks even better.
Okay.
Aldo looks even better, and then next people want to see Aldo fight someone else.
Who? Frank Edgar again?
I don't ever look at it in terms of like what would be the best result for the.
Oh, I do all the time.
I don't. I want martial arts. That's what I want.
I'm with you, Joe. That's all great, but
I want exchanges. I want to figure out what's the best style. Is it this long stance with these crazy weird movements and throwing in traditional martial arts techniques, or is it hard Dutch style with fucking world-class Brazilian jiu-jitsu?
We know that works. He's been winning for 10 years.
But
so let's say,
does it work against Conor? What if Conor fucking spinning back kicks him in the liver 5 seconds into the fight like he did with Chad?
Then we got the biggest fight, biggest fighter of all time.
Wild shit.
But the thing is if you look at if I'm a businessman, I'm not as martial artist. If I'm a businessman, Conor winning is the golden ticket.
Oh yeah, 100%.
By far, and it's the long play too. Because Jose, he's not gonna be around that much longer.
Right, but there's never been a guy like Conor before. The UFC's been fine. Like it's not necessarily the best thing.
Oh no,
for
they're
the
gonna
sport.
be fine. Dana's still Scrooge McDuck. I'm not saying that, son. I'm not saying he goes broke.
But I don't even think it's.
I'm just talking about getting new heights.
I don't think so. Look at this.
Yeah,
Scrooge McDuck doing the backstroke through a sea of gold.
Fucking love that guy.
I just never thought about it until you started bringing up Scrooge McDuck. I never thought about that cartoon.
It's random as fuck.
Whenever
right?
you talk about money, like I ain't Scrooge McDuck. I'm like, that's right, Scrooge McDuck. He had a lot of money.
Ballin', son.
Yeah, I think this fight for martial artists, this fight is like the ultimate who knows. It's like the ultimate. The Weidman fight as well. They're both ultimate who knows. The only difference being that we saw Weidman get wheel kicked in the head by Vitor. We saw that. We saw him get stopped.
You saw Rockhold get wheel kicked.
Oh, did I say Weidman?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah, we saw Rockhold get knocked out by Vitor's wheel kick in the first round. That's the only variable.
That was mutant Vitor, though.
It was mutant Vitor. I miss that. You know, there's part of me that all this. Look, I'm very torn on TRT Vitor. Obviously, I'm very torn because as a person who enjoys TRT myself, like goddamn, there's some benefits to that stuff. Like,
yeah, but you can't have that though, man.
No, you can't. But why not? I get it.
Because
right.
Bisping's left eye is why
yes,
not.
You're right. But okay, that was a shot that landed. Are we absolutely sure that shot was landed because of TRT?
I mean, that's the thing with TRT. If I can throw a spinning back kick 100 times naturally, I take TRT, I can throw it 1,000 times.
Yeah.
100% it's helped me throw that back kick.
Especially if you can achieve hyperhuman levels and maintain them. So that's what people, I don't think, totally understand about this argument about TRT. So all you have to do, when they're talking about like the dosage varies for every athlete that takes it. But what they want to do is maintain a high normal, right? So high normal is like 800. This would be the number that they would look for in your blood test.
It's 100 to 1,000, right?
Yeah.
Is that right?
It's very rare. You get to 1,000. It's like super rare. Like African dudes who eat elephant meat and fucking kill lions with sticks. Those guys might hit 1,000 naturally.
Jesus Christ.
You just get some fucking super fucking genetics. Like Yoel Romero. There are probably some times in his life where he's at 1,000. But most people, you have to be like some super stud. You know,
Yeah.
there just doesn't. It barely exists.
They're out there, I'm
They're
sure.
out there.
Yeah.
They're out there. There's outliers, right? There's these like those Iceland dudes, those gigantic power like the mountain.
Yeah,
like
just-
obviously he probably does some fucking Mexican supplements.
Yeah, the
I
mountain?
believe.
What?
But even on top of that, you're dealing with Mexican supplements on top of a superhuman guy.
True.
A gigantic 7-foot tall gorilla man.
Then you're the mountain.
Yeah, you're the mountain.
Yeah.
Right? So when you're in camp, like this is one of the things that Weidman was yelling at Vitor, because when Vitor's blood work came back from camp, this is a guy that had been taken off of TRT, got on TRT because his testosterone was low. But when he's in camp training for Weidman, they test his testosterone, it's 3 times higher than Weidman's. Weidman's at 3, he's at 12. And everybody's like,
Jesus
what
Christ.
the fuck? You know, or was it 4 times? So he's, who knows? Who knows what's going on? He got away with it. Whatever it is, either he figured out a way to get his testosterone up naturally, or he figured out a way to do it and not get caught. But when you're a guy like Weidman, who's a young guy who's doing it by the book and doing it totally not, your body gets broken down by training, and it takes some serious mental power, some serious willpower to keep pushing through. When you're a guy who's taking that TRT, all you have to do is maintain that high normal. So you might, if your workouts are brutal and they're breaking your body down, you gotta bang, revitalize that bitch. And he might be taking giant doses several times a week.
For sure.
And if he's doing that, he's operating at a level that a normal human being just can't.
You can't train that much.
Just can't. It doesn't mean if you're 19, doesn't matter if you're 45. You can't do it.
You know what the thing is, though, is granted, you know, TRT does help and all that. You still have to put in the work.
100%.
He's still putting in the
100%.
fucking work, you idiots.
Yeah,
Like people are like,
100%.
oh, Barry Bonds, what? He couldn't hit a bait. No, you take all the steroids you want and try hitting that many home runs.
Exactly.
No, they still have so much talent, man.
You have to have all the above.
You do.
You have to have the talent, and then you have to, and that's what Vitor had. But they also think that there's a thing that happened where he had this crazy confidence because of that shit.
Yes.
It was a different kind of confidence. It's just a different person. He was a different person in those fights.
Well, there's a lot of guys like that. Overeem, when he fought Brock, I
Yeah.
mean, what the
Oh my God.
fuck?
Oh my God, that was terrifying.
It made me not want to fight anymore.
265 shredded.
I looked at his arm, I looked at his, and then I
Yeah.
looked at his, I was like, fuck this, man.
And Brock just couldn't fucking take him down. Pull that fight up. Find that fight. See if you could find that fight online. Overeem versus Brock
he would have
Lesnar.
finished 3rd or 4th in Olympia, probably.
Wouldn't it be great if there was no testing, just so you could see that guy?
I don't know if it would. I don't know, man. I don't know. Because then you're talking about who has the best doctor.
I know, but I mean, okay, like when Overeem fought Badr Hari, do you think Badr Hari was clean?
Fuck, I love Badahari. Hate to throw him under the bus.
I hate to as well. So let's just leave it at that. Like
They
Mike,
were all doing it,
But
though.
Holland,
Hey.
I mean, K1 is a different kind of an environment, you know, and I think those guys have been, you know, there's guys in Holland that have been caught. So here's Overeem. Geez, just look at the size
Look
of
at those
him.
traps,
And,
son.
look- and he's coming out with a low stance too.
What
And-
the- hey, look how bad Brock's stand. What the
Brock's
fuck is
throwing
Brock
leg kicks. He's throwing leg kicks and doing like some Jeet Kune Do hand techniques.
He's trying to
Little
jab
quick
his ass,
jab.
though.
He doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know what to do. He's got this guy coiled up in front of him. Ooh, and Overeem just barely missed a haymaker overhand right.
I don't think anyone beats that over him.
That's the scariest guy maybe ever in the octagon
Low
at heavyweight.
stance. Low stance. Good luck taking him down.
And he also could take a shot when he was juiced up like this.
Fuck
And
yes.
God damn it. Look at the amount of mass he was carrying then as compared to now. Look at this strategy. Look, here's the takedown defense. Nothing.
Not even
Brock gets the
close.
single. Not even close. Brock just couldn't complete the single. That's so crazy. He's got a hold of that single and he couldn't go a goddamn thing about it.
Brock is mixing up with the stand-up, though, here.
Yeah. Well,
Dude.
for him, that's pretty good. But there's the ferocious fucking power that Overeem has is always looming. See? It's looming.
It's keeping him at bay. You will never
cut.
see two freaks like this in the octagon ever again within your
boom!
destiny.
There's that knee to the body. There's another one.
Son. Then the kick.
Brock's trying to keep him up, but he's already hurt.
He goes, oh, you have a bad gut? That's cool. Check this out.
He's throwing some good jabs.
Yeah, he really is.
But it's just Overeem. Overeem's cut already. He got cut over his right eye.
That flat top ain't helping nobody.
Come on, it looks beautiful. I like it. Oh, those nasty fucking uppercuts. Here's that knee to the body. Ooh.
That already fucked him up, and then he kicks him.
And here comes the kick. The kick was nasty. He throws that kick right under that right arm.
You're never going to see two muscular do.
Oh. He hit him with that right kick. There's a left kick that he lands in this fight that I remember watching like 3 or 4 times in a row. Like, ooh, that one wasn't a good one.
Dude, I loved watching Brock fight.
God damn, Overeem looked good back then. Jesus.
Different animal now, isn't he?
Jesus. Yeah, I mean, it makes you think, like, I get it. I mean, I'm not really saying that guys should be able to. There it is. It's a knee, actually. I'm sorry. Boom. Boom. I'm not saying that guys should be able to do whatever. There it is. There's the kick.
Son.
There's that left kick. Yep. Boom. The one that went right under the armpit. I'm not saying that a guy should be able to do whatever they want. Just pull it back to that left kick to the body again. Just one more time. I want to see that.
You know what the thing is, though, Joe? You also got to chop it up. This is a few years ago, too. Yep. Overeem has miles on him, man.
Boom.
He's fighting K1, Pride, UFC. He has miles on him.
Oh, yeah, 100%. But I think that's
it's
one of the things.
not all just TRT.
I think one of the things that TRT does is take those miles off.
A few miles.
I think it takes a lot off if you do enough. And I think that's what we saw with Vitor. Well, here it is, man. He lands his right knee first and hurts him. And then he lands that left kick to the body.
Yeah, look where his right hand is when he lands this. Boom.
Boom.
Then watch, you can
There's
see it
that
fucks
knee.
him up.
He's hurting him. Now watch here. This is
Look how low it
terrifying
is.
though. Watch it.
Boom.
Slam! Oh God!
Right underneath.
Just shin to the gut, and that's right after he had that surgery for diverticulitis.
Yeah, man.
Had a big chunk of his colon removed, or his intestines removed, rather.
I'm a big Brock fan. I like both those guys. Big Brock fan, though.
But Overeem then in that fight, boy, we had a lot of options.
Just
We're
like
like,
beating
there's
him.
so many good fights for that guy.
Oh, it's the best.
Seeing him against Junior, or him against Kane, or him against, there were so many fights we could have seen him.
It was the best, man.
Yeah. It's interesting how different a guy becomes when you take that stuff away from him. I mean, it is the ultimate proving ground for testosterone. It's the ultimate proving ground. It's to
Fighting
watching
is,
the
for
difference.
sure.
Yes. Watching the difference between these guys and what they can pull off when they're on it and when they're not. I mean, I'm sure you could see a difference in football players, but the difference is you're not seeing them to a finish in a particular contest against another human being. We get to see their movements. Like you see a guy sprinting on the field, you can see a guy making good plays, you can see a guy being energetic and pulling off, but you're not seeing them in a sustained environment for 5 minutes at a time, 3 5-minute rounds, and watching their movements and analyzing them against another human being.
I agree. It's very, like in fighting steroids, it's very black and white.
Yeah.
I think it's very clear whether someone's on it. Very clear.
Well, it's hard to say.
No, I'm not saying I can't look at a guy and go, he's taking it.
Right.
But if like Vitor,
Right.
like when he fought
Oh,
but Vitor in Brazil, it was like, holy good God. And then Vitor when he fought Weidman was like, oh man.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
It was like the way I described it, like a football that had like 1/4 of the air missing.
Yeah, it was just it was like
Something happened, like something's going on. But if you watch, say, like a fight and a guy is a super athlete, guys will assume, like people are already saying Sage Northcutt's on steroids.
That's not fair.
He's 19.
That's not fair. That's the world we
Yeah.
live in, though.
Yeah, of course. So it's hard to tell by looking at somebody, but you can tell if they change radically. Like if you go
100%.
back to Vitor's fight with with Rich Franklin, watch that fight. Watch the Rich Franklin fight, his body, and then watch his fight in the Rockhold fight.
Yeah, man.
Watch his body in that
or
fight.
if you if a guy has like a crazy losing streak, then all of a sudden he's coming back. He's like this new guy. That's always a signal to me. Like, well,
I know, but
something
I mean,
changes, and it ain't just kicking and punching because you know how to do that.
I totally get that it should be illegal, and I totally agree that it should be illegal. But part of me, it makes me go, wow, it's just so interesting to see something that allows you to do your sport way better, and they won't let you do it.
I know. I know.
You know, I mean, everything else you can do. I mean, like, we'll talk about, like, you know, different supplements, like different companies that sell stuff, like these testosterone boosters and all these different
Even
weight
creatine.
gain.
There's all sorts of stuff.
All those things work
creatine's
a little
muscle
bit.
enhancer. Yeah, and it affects your performance, helps you recover, and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, all different vitamins, different amino acids.
I agree.
They all have an effect. You can take a little. You can have a little effect. What are you taking? Branch chain amino acids? We'll allow it.
That's going to help. Well,
We'll
what about
allow it.
HGH?
Yeah.
What about HGH? Like, so if a guy injures his knee, there's studies now that HGH is proven to really help aid in the process of recovery, where before guys were kind of fucked.
Oh yeah,
100% the athletes should take HGH.
Yeah, right. Especially when there's a significant injury they're trying to recover from.
Yeah.
But if they're under the testing protocol of the USADA, they can't do it.
I know.
They can't even do it while they're recovering
But
from an injury.
who's that hurting?
Athletes.
It's certain athletes, and it's certain the UFC.
Right.
Because now that athlete that maybe you could, let's say it's Anderson Silva, instead of, you could have taken half of his time away from the sport, and he could be fighting sooner.
Do you think there should be different standards, though? I mean, between like combat sports and other sports, different standards of like what you can and can't do as far as enhancing your body, because of the fact that what you're trying to do ultimately is do damage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
It has to be more stringent.
Not that she is ever. Think if Holly looked like Overeem. She was on some massive shit and kicked Ron in the face.
Right.
It's a different result.
It's a totally different result. Yeah, if it turned out that she had tested positive after that fight, good Lord, all the hate would come her way now.
Yes.
And then, oh my God, you had to cheat to beat Ronda,
Yep.
you fucking loser, you piece of shit. They would hate her. It would, yeah, it's crazy, man.
It's crazy.
But it's also there's don't you think there's a different reaction when a woman gets caught taking an anabolic steroid versus a man?
Yeah, I feel
It's
just
like a
because
freak thing.
Yes, I think when guys do it, it's kind of like, that makes sense.
Right.
A little bit. With women, it's like, what?
You went deep.
Fucking cheater.
You went deep.
Yeah.
Dude, I know girl jiu-jitsu competitors that are taking testosterone. They don't even get paid.
I mean, let's
They're
for
just
sure
doing
relax.
They're just doing jiu-jitsu. They're doing jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, let's not do that.
And they're doing testosterone.
Let's not do that.
Yeah, they're doing like creams and stuff like that, low levels
Like
of it.
Cyborg will never be able to shake that steroid stuff, ever.
Did you ever watch her first fight? Have you ever seen her first fight? Yeah.
She'll never be able to shake any of that. Even she might be clean now. I'm not saying she's on stuff. I have no idea. That's always gonna be brought up every time she fights now.
Well, because it's like you saw what she looked like.
Yeah.
You saw that she didn't look anything like anybody that you knew that hadn't done anything that was a woman. Like when women get athletic and they get strong and they lift a lot of weights, they very rarely look like that. Like there's this level of musculature and thickness and density and shredded at very low body fat with very high muscle content. You're like, whoa, there's
But we're
a
also
lot
not just
going on here.
we're just not speculating. She tested positive.
100%. Yeah, exactly.
I'm not like, oh no, I
100%.
think she's on it. No, she failed the test.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
100%.
always going to travel with her.
Always.
Speaking of big ass girls in jiu-jitsu, you know that Gabrielle, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Gabby? You know
Yeah.
she's striking now at Black House.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's looking pretty fucking
Dude,
good.
she's like 6'4".
She's going to fight MMA in Japan. She signed some big deal out there.
But the problem with her is she's 200 plus pounds.
There's
Who the
no
hell's
one to
going to fight
you.
her?
They found like some big Russian bitch with a beard or something. She's just knocking this Russian grizzly bear out.
Because like you look at her and she's such a freak now. It's like she used to be this really heavy woman with a lot of body fat. She was really big and she was just so bulky. She was so big. And then like she must have gotten like facial
Shredded.
reconstruction. She must have gotten something done to her face too.
And don't forget about them titties.
Titties.
She got them big ass
Some
titties.
titties. And she lost all the body fat.
Shredded.
She's shredded. Who the fuck has ever done that before? Gone from being like really fat and overweight forever and just dominating girls in jiu-jitsu, doing really well, to all of a sudden being shredded.
Shred Town 3000.
Yeah,
Just
like
fucking
Overeem versus Brock Lesnar.
100%.
shredded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now she's doing MMA, and she I think she has a fight coming up or
In
something.
Japan, she's on Ryzen. She's on the Ryzen card, isn't she?
Yeah,
I feel like she
I'm
is.
almost positive. She signed like
Yeah.
But my thing is,
Yeah, look how big she is next to Kat Zingano.
and
Good.
Kat's a big girl.
Googly
Kat's not
moogly.
small.
Yeah, she's a good 50 pounds heavier than Kat.
Gabby Garcia, that's right. But she trains with my good friend Mike Safai at Anderson Silva's gym, and he's like, dude, you should see this girl hit.
Oh, I'm sure. She's huge. And the other thing is, like, she got so good at jiu-jitsu, and she was dominating women at jiu-jitsu.
She's like smashing them.
She gets any of those girls on the ground now with that body. I mean, that body, she must have so much more endurance.
She lost, though, that little Mackenzie girl.
I know.
Mackenzie's a dime piece, too.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
That girl weighs like 130. How does she do that?
I don't know, I'm a fan.
Jiu-jitsu.
Jiu-jitsu.
Jiu-jitsu is the only martial art where a small, talented guy really can beat a bigger, stronger, faster guy just by knowing the techniques. Just by being like a guy like Marcelo Garcia when he fought Rico Rodriguez in that grappling match. It's just a match. Like everybody knew Marcelo was going to win. You know, to the point where Marcelo took Rico's back. Rico sort of like violated the rules.
Yeah.
He slammed him.
Yep.
Yeah, he slammed him because Marcelo was backpacking him. He was on him and he didn't want to get choked out, so he threw all of his 240 plus pounds backwards with Marcelo on his back. So he landed all the weight on Marcelo's back. Just slammed him to the ground, and then Marcelo leg locked him.
Such a badass.
True, this technique.
Speaking of leg lock, your boy Ryan Hall fights.
I know.
Tomorrow.
What happened? Was someone supposed to fight him and they couldn't get a visa or something?
No. So the guy who was he's from England. He lied on his visa to get in here, and he had some felony or something on it. So they didn't allow him back in the States to fight for the finale. So Ryan Hall stepped up. But Ryan Hall lost already in the house.
Who did he lose to?
I forget.
I haven't watched. I binge watch. I like to binge watch those things.
I've been doing the show on Fox Sports Live, so I just watch. I like watch them right before I go on the show, but I don't watch the Ultimate Fighters.
Well, I've been crazy busy too, and since I'm concentrated on this card, I'm not calling those other cards. I'm only calling that one card. I didn't watch it too much.
The Artem guy, he's Connor's boy. He's knocking motherfuckers out.
He hits hard.
Yeah,
he hits hard, but he also drops his hands and he throws these winging punches.
Yes.
And so it's interesting.
It's interesting.
It's interesting.
Yeah, it's gonna be trouble.
It's a crazy fucking week, and no one is even talking about Chad Mendez and Frankie Edgar.
Not at
no
all.
one's even talking about it.
Listen, you ain't shit unless you're freaking Jose or Connor this weekend. Even Chris Weidman's like, come on, man. Come on. Give me some love here. Jacare and freaking, we forgot to even, we skipped over him almost.
Yeah. Well, we always want someone like Connor to come along who believes in himself in a way that we can't imagine believing in ourselves. We want someone to come along who says crazy shit like he says.
He's like our Muhammad Ali, but Irish and small. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but in a weird new way,
Where you like it, though. Because if you meet Connor, granted, he does believe himself more than anyone, but he's such a good dude. I had lunch with him, like, God damn, man. I'm on your side, man. You're such a good person.
He's a great guy.
Yeah.
And he really does fuck with their heads, man. He really does a number on dudes. They get in there, they're all discombobulated by the time they get in there with him.
And I think other fighters respect that because the amount of shit that he's talked and he puts so much pressure on himself, it's like, damn, and he still pulls it off.
Yeah.
Because even in little interviews when I was fighting, when I talk a little bit of shit, I'd get off the phone like, shit. Oh, fuck.
You talked about the Mark Hunt thing when Mark Hunt got mad at you, and you're like, hey,
man. I send him a DM on Twitter. Hey, bro. I was just joking, man. What's up, brother? He's cool. He was cool as fuck, though.
Yeah.
He was super cool.
Mark Hunt.
Yeah, Mark Hunt.
See, there's a guy. Imagine him on testosterone replacement.
Oh, my God.
He's not doing nothing.
Ain't no one fighting that guy.
Especially,
in TRT.
There's something about Samoans. Like, they're built better. They're just sturdier.
They're like tanks.
They're tanks.
They're tanks, and I'm a bike.
Like, his knees are twice the size of a normal person's knees. When you see, like, Mark Hunt inside the octagon.
Yeah. He was made to fight, man.
That fucking dude throws bombs, too.
What's next for him, though?
It's a good question.
Because, he's coming off a big win over Bigfoot Silva.
What the fuck is going to happen
win.
to Bigfoot? Do you think they're going to let Bigfoot go? If they release Bigfoot, will they be in time for him to fight Fedor and Pride?
God damn it.
Ryzen.
Did they give him a fight yet?
I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Some bullshit.
But if they gave him enough time, if they were nice and they go, look, Bigfoot ain't going. This ain't going to happen. But you can go over to Japan and let you.
I don't see why they wouldn't. Because what's left for Bigfoot? Where's Bigfoot go? What are we going to do with Bigfoot?
In Japan, they're not going to make him weigh in. He can weigh whatever he wants. They'll let him take whatever he wants. And if anybody has a right to take testosterone, it's Bigfoot.
True.
He has a pituitary gland tumor, and that's why he has giantism.
Yeah, but that motherfucker took advantage of it.
Allegedly.
Yeah, well,
perhaps.
That's what the commission says.
According
to the commission.
According to these biased tests done with his blood work.
Bullshit test. I'll tell you, that's a great game plan. Because in the UFC,
Yeah.
there ain't nothing for you, homie. There's
true.
nothing for you.
There's
You
nothing
can't
for
do
you.
that anymore.
Yeah.
There's no title shot.
Yeah.
They're going to throw you to the wolves and just build off your name.
He still hits hard. He's still dangerous. He fucked up Overeem. That was one of the best highlight reel knockouts in the heavyweight division. That combination of punches that he landed on Overeem when he had
best.
him up against the cage.
The fucking
bang,
best.
bang, 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 bang,
How
bang.
about when he
And you
knocked out
watch-
Travis Brown?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Travis ate that right hand against the cage.
But Travis blew his hamstring out, remember? His leg gave out.
Yeah,
in that
no, I
fight.
do remember that.
Yeah.
I remember getting blasted in the face, though.
Yeah, he
but that
definitely
also,
got
that
hurt.
was Bigfoot on some shit.
It was. It
So none
was.
of that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We don't have that Bigfoot. For sure, ask for your walking papers and go fight Fedor and get all big and swole.
But will they give him his walking papers? He doesn't have enough time to fight Fedor. Like we're dealing. It's like
December.
December 10th now. We're talking
Well, maybe
today,
not this
December
fight.
10th.
Give Fedor a puff cake like he always fucking fights these days. And then let's have Bigfoot get on some shit and do
Well,
his thing.
I can't believe they keep saying Fedor Emelianenko with a to-be announced opponent this month.
I tell you
Like,
what,
you
you
don't
want to talk
have a
about business 101? Don't do that.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you guys doing?
That's what they've always done.
It's
That's what
stupid.
Pride always did.
Hey,
They always-
this ain't the Pride days, man.
Yeah,
we
I
need
know.
matchups. We need good matchups. I'm not buying a pay-per-view just Fedor versus some schmuck on it.
Well, it's not a pay-per-view. It's going to be on Spike. So there's that. You
That's
know?
right.
But
still, that's not gonna. You're not gonna get huge numbers doing that anymore.
I wonder
The game's
what
changed.
kind of numbers they will get, because this is the Ken Shamrock fight too. Hoist Gracie, Ken Shamrock.
You know what?
People will buy that. Kimbo Slice. People will buy that. I mean, buy it as means watch it. They'll watch it. It'll get 1 million people. You don't think it'll get 1 million people?
It's free.
Yes.
It'll get 1 million.
On Spike.
Yes,
It'll get 1 million.
It'll get 1 million.
It'll get
Kimbo,
It just-
I'll watch Kimbo
yeah,
Slice.
Kimbo
Love
and
that guy.
Dada, and then Hoist and Ken, and then Fedor as well. I mean, I think that's the card. That's the rise.
I'm gonna get my
right?
fucking camo tap out shirt out of the box
Will you
too and
really?
put that
Do
shit
you have
on
one
and go
still?
back to 2002.
Do you have one with the yellow collar?
I
Like a
did,
bright yellow
man. It was
collar?
so sick. I just say, hey Bellator, let's do something new, man.
Yeah.
Let's try and get some fresh blood in there.
Well,
What
they
they need
have
to
guys
do
who are good.
is pay Benson a shitload of money and get him to go over there.
That's right. How about that Michael Page guy?
Yeah, he's fun.
Ooh, he's fun. He's fun.
I mean, he hasn't fought,
No.
top competition, but he
No.
has the potential. He's fun to watch.
he does
right
a
now.
lot of wild shit.
A lot of wild shit.
A lot of wild shit. A lot of wild results. Crazy knockouts.
I wonder what's going to happen with Ben.
It's a good question. It's a very good question.
I heard some Korean organization offer him a ton of money.
Only $200,000 a fight. Yeah,
That's not that much.
that's okay.
It's decent.
It's decent, but it's not enough to take a risk and leave the UFC, because who knows if they're even going to be around in a year.
Well, if they're going to be around,
Yeah.
you're going to get sponsors when you're over there. No one's really watching. That's
Right.
not worth
exactly.
it. That's not worth
Well,
it.
he's not getting any sponsors over here. That's
You
part of
get
the
Reebok.
problem. Yeah,
And
you
then
get
gotta pray to God they spell your name right and shit.
Anderson Aldo.
Isn't that great?
How about they called Anthony Pettis the Mauler?
That's fucking awesome.
That's so stupid.
I love it.
It's like someone inside the company is like trying to sabotage it or something.
Yeah, I feel like there's someone in there just like, God, how can I fuck this
I
up?
think there's some dude who works for the company he's on the underground, and he's like a secret saboteur, and he's going into the database and changing things
Yeah, right?
after hours.
They're like,
And
what the fuck?
They get there, the teachers are printed. What the fuck is Anderson Aldo? What is this?
He's like, oh, I already put it up.
And he's
Something has to be going on.
Who knows? Who knows? Maybe someone from Adidas.
Growing pains. Adidas owns them.
Oh, they do.
Adidas owns Reebok.
They do?
They're like the redheaded stepchild. You know
Maybe
what
it's
I'm saying?
someone from Nike. Maybe Nike didn't like the deal, so they let Reebok get the deal. Then they sabotaged the company with spyware.
That's the only legit. Like, it makes no sense to me.
It doesn't make any sense for the design of the shirts too. How about that? How about the design? Like, would you guys spend 20 minutes?
Is there?
How much?
I just like there's some guys like, you think I can make these dumbasses wear this? You think someone's gonna sign off on it?
I mean, if you just put that out on the internet and you said, come up with a design idea and we'll give you 50 grand or something like that, which is jack shit for Reebok.
Yeah, not shit.
Just get fans who are fans of the sport with Photoshop, and you open yourself up to this just gigantic pool of people that come up with ideas.
You can get some dope
Oh
stuff,
my god, man! Oh my god,
phenomenal stuff.
And instead, they just they didn't even spell the names right on all of them.
That's
I mean,
a must.
how much time was put into that?
It's just a bummer, man.
It's a bummer.
Bums me out. Just because I love the UFC, it makes the UFC look bad. Reebok, do whatever the fuck you want, but by signing this deal, now we look like dumbasses.
Only to the hardcore fans. They're the only ones who even know about it. Most people have no idea why anybody's wearing a Reebok pair of pants versus a thing. I mean, you have to be like deep in it like we are. Like the average guy who's watching it, fucking Buffalo Wild Wings, and he doesn't give a shit.
He doesn't give a shit, but also that guy's not going to buy a fight kit.
You're right.
If you want to
You know who else isn't going to buy a fight kit?
Me and you.
Just start going outside and pointing at people. You'll be successful.
I agree. No, I mean, you just can't.
Who's buying? Have you seen one? Have you ever seen one?
I've never
Anybody?
seen one.
I've never seen one.
Some guy tweeted me earlier today and goes, "Holy shit, Shab, I'm seeing Conor McGregor fight kits."
Oh, that's different.
At the, at the Island people.
But
They even
probably
fucked his
smell
up.
like Guinness.
They put the American flag on Conor McGregor shit.
I think they did that on the website. What they did, though, also...
No, some guy ordered it and took pictures like, this can't be right.
Oh, God, really?
Yes. Physically had it. Was like, come on, man. I got a fucking Conor McGregor shirt.
Well, how about the Ireland shirt that they made where they didn't include Northern Ireland?
That was a big one.
Oh, my God.
That was a big one.
That's a massive insult to those people. That's a massive insult. Like, you're trying to sell the image of their land, and you don't... I mean, this has been this historical dispute between the North and the South, and you're going to not include Northern Ireland?
Dude, Conor McGregor's head coach was like, you guys better change that right now. I'm ripping all this Reebok shit off my walls.
Yeah. I mean, that's
a big deal, man.
It's a huge deal for those guys.
It's just details, man. It comes down to just details. I'm sure Dana's getting so much shit from it. He's going to start focusing on it more. I hope so. But it's a fucking nightmare, man. They've done nothing good. Because at least if they were fucking things up, but guys were getting paid, it's like, don't worry, we'll figure it out. And the fighter's like, it's all good, baby.
Right.
You can't do that when you're not paying guys.
That's exactly how fighters would be, too.
Yeah.
They wouldn't give a shit. If you spell their name wrong, would give them $500,000.
I don't give a fuck. Call me Brandon. Give me $500,000.
Brandon Shaw.
Yeah.
I'll change it.
What? You want Brandon? That's cool. But
That'd be your nickname. Brandon Shaw.
Just fucked up.
Brandon will be in quotes. You just take that on as your new nickname.
Dude, it's like Sage Northcutt. Someone tagged me on his Instagram. He posts, "Oh, get my shirt for the fights tonight," and the T-shirt's $34.99. Well, that's an issue there. And then Sage is getting such a big following. Do your own shit, man.
Yeah.
We've been over this.
Yeah.
I beat it to a dead horse. Reebok, you'll figure it out.
Well, you got a unique opportunity to do that because of the podcast. And, you connect with all these people, and then you have like this network of people that listen to your stuff. You give them a free podcast all the time. They want to wear those Fighter and the Kid shirts. They want to drink coffee out of the Fighter and the Kid mug.
Yeah.
It's hard for a fighter to establish all that stuff and get it going while they're in the middle of training camps.
I get that,
managers
Joe.
and
managers.
Yeah, all that jazz.
Someone should recommend it to him.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think
he shouldn't be focused on it. Don't get me twisted. Don't get it wrong. I just feel like if you're not on that model yet, you're getting left behind.
It's true, but these managers and these agents and stuff, they probably don't even know how to do it. They're not even aware because everybody's just concentrating on the fight game. It's like you have to.
You're not making
diversify.
money. You're not making money doing that. You're not. So all right. So you're taking 20% of his money that he already earned from Reebok. That makes no sense. How are you gonna make money?
How much can a fighter make doing seminars? Like when someone starts doing seminars, how much can they make?
A decent money if you go on like tours,
Like how
That's
much?
a beast, man.
How much do they make? Like how much can a big name guy make for a day?
I'm not sure. I'm
seminar?
not that. I'm not a superstar. But, I was getting. I did a seminar once, and I got like $6,000.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
How many people were in there?
It was in Canada. It was packed. It was packed.
A couple hundred?
Yeah. No, maybe 100. Maybe 100.
Yeah, Eddie Bravo does some pretty fucking big seminars. I don't want to be rude though and ask him how much he makes, but I would think that if you do a bunch of those, like in a row, like you do a gang of those, that's a real living.
They have to be legit though. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times when a guy's so technical and he's such a good fighter, he's not. He can't relate that in words very well.
Right.
So the seminar kind of sucks.
It also seems that like jiu-jitsu is the seminar that people want to go to. It's very hard to get people to go to an MMA seminar, or very hard to get people to go to a Muay Thai seminar, or harder. But jiu-jitsu seminars are typically pretty fucking giant.
Well, I feel like jiu-jitsu is more lucrative, right? Like
Right.
people who sign up for jiu-jitsu, especially in California, if you're going through the whole belt system, you gotta have some bank. So they're gonna sign up for a jiu-jitsu seminar. Machida does a shitload of seminars in Brazil, karate seminars.
Right. Yeah, he does. Yeah.
But his family has that background. His brother, his dad can help. It's a little different animal.
Yeah, and he's famous. He's a former champion.
Super famous, yeah. It's different if you're famous.
Yeah, an interesting thing. Seminars, seminars are very fascinating to me. And also like putting together a gym and making that gym a successful entity, a successful business is so hard to do. Do you know anything about Combat Sports Academy, the CSA? Kevin Ross trains out of. I guess Gina Carano's up there now too.
I've
Miriam
heard of it.
Nakamoto.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, he's a bad motherfucker. The guy who runs that gym, and he knows what he's doing. And he's got a giant gym. He's got a lot of members, and he puts on seminars and teaches people how to run gyms, how to successfully run gyms, and set up training programs, stuff
That's
like
brilliant.
that. Yeah, I want to go. I should go to it sometime just to watch, just
I'd
for
be
my
down.
own Yeah, we should go.
Yeah, I'd be
Find
down.
out when. I think he does it annually.
Because
Just go and see
Onnit
what they're
does that
doing.
too, though, a little bit, right? Like they do
Different, though.
Different.
When
I'm
we
just
do
saying they
it-
do a thing how
Yes.
right, how you can
Training-
qualify to be a trainer from
Yes.
Onnit Academy.
Right, but this is the difference being that it's training protocol. Like John Wolfe does a lot of things, but it's all like kettlebells and steel maces and things like that. It's exercises. There's a difference between teaching someone how to like perform exercises correctly. Like kettlebell certifications are pretty common. Like Pavel does a
Sure.
bunch of them. A bunch of different kettlebell. Steve Maxwell does.
Yeah.
He has his own certification process. I think Mike Mahler does as well. The real big name guys have these certification protocols because they figure out what's the best way to implement their training regimen, and then they teach it to people so they can teach it to other people. And once you get the technique down, the movements down, stuff like that. But I think it's way more complex to get a bunch of people to sign up for your gym. I think that's hard for people to do.
And he's teaching them how to run the gym and be successful.
I think so. I'm pretty
That's
sure.
a motherfucker.
And I think also how to set up training schedules and calendars, and how to peak
I
fighters.
mean, that's priceless.
Yeah.
He should be killing it. There should be a
Gets
ton
a lot
of people in
come.
there.
A lot of people
Yeah.
come to those things.
He should be killing it because to learn that is priceless, man.
Well, he also has he's got some CrossFit shit going on too, because their Instagram post is a lot of his CrossFit game stuff, a lot of CrossFit classes and exercises. So I think his gym is both a strength and conditioning gym and a Muay Thai gym. And I know
Smart, man.
they have some MMA
There's
fighters
money
there
in
as well.
both.
Yeah, but it's like Muay Thai. It's very hard to get a lot of people to sign up for Muay Thai. Not a lot of people want to get their face split open.
No.
Not a lot of people want to get cut up
Not
by
the
elbows.
masses.
Yeah,
That's why jiu-jitsu is so lucrative.
exactly. You get old ladies who do jujitsu.
Even CrossFit. That's
Yeah.
why CrossFit's so big, man.
Yeah. It's hard to run a gym, man. I mean, even running a fucking 24-hour fitness or a LA Fitness or something like that. Hard.
Gym or since I was a kid, my dad's a businessman. Since I was a kid, a gym or a restaurant is not the way you want to go. Like
They're
people ask me, "Are you going
hard.
to start a gym?" Absolutely not.
Yeah.
The chance of you making legit money off that, good luck,
hard.
man.
It's hard.
So competitive.
Unless you're some Scrooge McDuck like Dan Lambert, who doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Who puts together some I mean, I don't know. I don't ever ask Dan, but I can imagine how long it took him before ATT was profitable.
Takes a long ass time, man.
I'm sure it's probably profitable now because it's so big and so famous, so popular.
True.
But I might be wrong. He might just be doing
he
it
might
for
be
the
just
money.
breaking even. Yeah.
Yeah, doing it for the fun rather than
True.
the money. Yeah, it's also when you think about how many different schools and colleges produce professional football players, right? They go from the high school system to the college system. They go from the college system into the NFL. I mean, there's the wealth of talent nationwide, established these systems as these kids come up in.
It's about 300 a year.
So established,
Yes.
right? MMA is not like that.
No.
You have these random professional gyms, and some of them, like there's fighting, like Johnny Hendricks left Team Takedown.
I know.
So what he's going to do is he's going to have someone fucking hold mitts for him and do some boxing work, and then work out with like the Oklahoma State wrestling team, and
Is that what he's saying?
Yeah. He's got to put together his own camp. He's leaving Team Takedown.
That's tough, man.
It is tough, and also he lives in Dallas. Team Takedown was in Dallas. Is the big place in Dallas.
They came up together.
I think they had some sort of a problem because the Team Takedown thing, if I'm talking out of my ass here because it's just stuff I've read on the internet, but I believe what they did is they give the fighters a salary, and they give them, they set them up,
Room and board.
take care of everything, but when the money starts rolling in, they get 50%.
God, dog, 50%. We're
Yep.
talking about Johnny Hendricks, the champ.
Yep.
That'd be annoying as fuck.
Well, he's not the champ anymore.
Yeah, but still, he was for a while.
Yeah. You got to wonder, what's the most profitable way to do. 50 is a lot.
50's a ton, but also at the same time, was Johnny a guy that didn't have anything? He's coming from Oklahoma from college and like, listen,
Yep.
we're going to invest all this money into you, hoping you become the champ, and then we'll get our money back on the investment.
Exactly.
And then did it happen? Johnny was like, listen, I don't know the details. Was Johnny like, fuck this, man, it's too much money?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. And then there's the argument that could be made where, like, if you have a high-level champion like a Johnny Hendricks, it makes the whole gym better. And it's worth a lot of money to the gym just to have him training there.
For 100%.
100%, right?
That's huge, man.
Because it changes people's attitude about a gym.
It brings better guys into the gym.
100%. 100%. Like here's a perfect example. Muscle Farm. You found out that TJ just moved to Muscle Farm. Everybody went, whoa, hold on. That's a ballsy move by Muscle Farm. That's a gangster move, right?
Yeah.
You get a guy like Matt Brown's there, too. Get a guy like Matt Brown. So you got Matt Brown and you got TJ Dillashaw. Okay, you're making moves.
You got Matt Brown.
Yeah.
You got TJ Dillashaw. You got Brandon Thatch. Neil Magny.
Yep. Neil Magny just beating Kelvin Gastelum. That raises it big time. Like those are gangster moves,
Yes.
right? That's how you get a gym popular. So now here we are talking about the Muscle Farm gym. If they didn't do that, would we be talking about it? No. Well, Rampage was training there years ago. Did we talk
He was
about
like
it?
the first one.
We didn't talk about it.
How about Sage? Sage Northcutt left TriStar.
He did?
Yeah, his
When?
dad pulled him from TriStar.
What?
Yeah,
When?
that's in the recent article I read. His dad took him out of TriStar. He's training in Dallas now, some local gym in Dallas or some shit like that, or wherever he's from in Texas A&M
Whoa.
Station, whatever.
I wonder what that's all about.
I don't know.
French girls. Too much
They'll get ya.
Too much temptation. Bonjour.
Sage has to just fucking.
If he doesn't, I don't know. I
missing
wouldn't want
out
to
on
change his
life.
fucking sheets.
Missing out on life.
Wouldn't want to fucking be the person who has to wash that kid's sheets. The amount that just must fly out of his body in the middle of the night
Like
from his
fucking
dreams.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, man. He's gonna have a tough road as far as distractions go. But hey,
Yeah.
worse things could happen to you.
I agree. It's a good thing. Or he might just fly off the fucking handles.
Sage Northcutt Prince returned to TriStar after UFC Fight Night 80. Eyes future acting, modeling gigs. Oh, it's over.
Well, yeah. Let's
It's over.
Hey, man.
Acting and modeling.
You got a
gigs.
long ways to go in the UFC. Let's talk
Yeah.
about modeling and acting.
Yeah. Well, maybe he just sees the potential for money and realizes he can only fight so much. I mean, that's always possible. That is always possible, man. I mean, look, you have to think about it that way. Look at what's going on with you. Look at how much more money you make now doing your podcast than you were making when you were fighting, and how much easier it is for
Not
you.
even close.
Not even close.
Not even close.
And the podcast is growing
Yeah.
every month. I saw you guys were in the top 10 of all the podcasts in the world the other day. Yeah, holla. Hi.
Holla.
Hello, episode.
ScoochMcDuck,
Whatever the
I'm
fuck it
coming,
was.
son.
I mean, it's crazy. And on top of that, you're doing these live shows that are selling out months in advance.
Yeah.
And that's super profitable. And all that comes to you. It's doesn't have to go through the UFC. You make your own schedule. There's no one tells you what to do or what not to do, what you can and can't say. You don't get some angry phone call from somebody that says, why'd you say that? You're not supposed to talk about that. You talk about whatever the fuck you want.
I can't believe my life, man. I'm doing the best I've ever done in my life.
So a kid like this sees the possibilities of the future, and he goes, look, you got to take what you can take. You got to take what's there. You don't put it aside to try to pursue like this potentially lucrative career as a UFC champion.
You know what the difference is, though, is he's, 19?
Yeah.
He's 19. He's a freak athlete. He's already getting notoriety. He's not going to be able to take that step into movies like Ronda did or
Right.
George St. Pierre unless he's super successful.
Yep.
So if he already has one foot out the door now,
Yeah.
you're about to get ate the fuck up in that division at 155.
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe he doesn't really have one foot out the door. Maybe these are just things that come his way. He says, sure, if I have the time. I mean, who knows what kind
True.
of
Who knows?
dad-son relationship he has or how disciplined he is. I don't know. Only time will tell, but all the trappings are laid out in front of him. When you see that, I mean, and that's what we kind of missed with the Ronda Rousey thing. We didn't really talk about it. She had been able to pull it off. She was so successful.
We thought she was the exception.
The exception.
And then Holly Holmes said, nah, check this out. Whack!
There's
Ain't no exceptions,
exceptions.
motherfucker.
Yeah. That's why I think that fight was good for martial arts. because it showed you. You can't violate the rules of engagement. You have to be prepared for any type of engagement.
Yeah, it's a fight.
Yeah, it's a fight.
Well, Connor said that. He goes, I let no distractions. You know,
Yeah.
I think everyone can learn from the Ronda fight. There's no distractions for me.
Smart.
And he goes, I've been offered movie, TV deals. He goes, I do not care about that. There's no distractions for me. When I hear that, I'm like, this motherfucker.
Is smart.
Brilliant.
Because if Ronda didn't do all those things, if she put all those things aside and just went into a Spartan-like existence from the jump and never varied from her course and had outstanding training every step of the way, you're talking about like a truly unusual athlete, truly unusual outlier of an athlete. There's someone who's got that kind of focus
Her
and
mindset,
drive.
yes.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens, man,
It'll work out.
for the rest of the world.
Well, hopefully it works out for her.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, hopefully. But then again, hopefully it works out for Holly, too.
I agree, man.
You have to kind of look at it that way.
But what's work out? Like if, and you know, I know Ronda's not materialistic, but when you say work out, if you're talking about bank account, yes, she's fine. But it's more than that for her. It's
Of
not
course.
that. You know what I'm saying?
But
so
she's-
work out depends. What do you
She's
mean?
fine because of the way she lives. She's not living like Scrooge.
Duh, that's true.
You know,
It's true.
she's pretty frugal for someone who's very wealthy. She has a small house. You know, she's not
Yeah.
balling out of control.
No.
So think of that, but then also think about what does she do now? You know, she had
Yeah.
an opportunity for real greatness, and for a moment had achieved it. She had this opportunity to be the first ever UFC women's bantamweight champion. She took it and then ran with it, smashed everybody in front of her, and became this gigantic fucking superstar until she fought Holly. But now it's like, well, the fucking game board has changed. Everything's changed. The reality has changed. Everything has shifted, and you need to adjust to this new reality.
I feel like women's fighting is kind of similar to boxing, where in boxing, if you lose a fight, you're kind of fucked. In the women's division, it's not that deep, so when you lose a fight, you're kind of fucked.
Yeah.
There's an
Which is
asterisk.
like,
As soon as you lose, it's kind of like, yeah, no, you were great, but there's a little asterisk here now.
right.
Which in men, it's not that way. So let's say Conor and Jose, you know, they can go back and forth. They're going to be fine.
Maybe. It's interesting.
It's interesting, right, man?
So interesting. And you know what? How about the fucking strawweight division? It's so shallow that you've got Paige Van Zant, who I love. She's fucking so scrappy and aggressive, but she's already number 7.
She's 3-0. How about Rose's? I think
Yeah.
Rose's record's 2-3 or
I
something.
think Rose is ranked number 12 or something. Is that what she's ranked?
Yeah, I think
What is
she's
Rose
higher than
ranked?
that,
Is
isn't she?
She might be higher than that.
I mean, there's some girls ranked like.
Oh yeah, I'm talking
the
about the guy.
record's
The
like-
guy Uriah's fighting is ranked number 12. What is? She's ranked number 3. Rose is. Yeah,
Her
Rose,
record's like
Rose is
2-3
badass.
or something.
She's
She's
badass.
phenomenal.
She's badass.
Phenomenal.
And she's wild, and she does a lot of like really explosive things. Like she does
She's
flying
dangerous.
armbar, very very dangerous. But that is a goddamn great fun fight, right? But there's not a lot of those in that division.
There's not.
It's like she's like, for Paige being that young and that talented and that like, she's fun. Like she's smiling.
She's great. It's all fun and
Yeah.
games till you win that fight and you fight fucking Joanna, who's
Gotta
gonna
fight that demon.
who's gonna fucking rearrange your face
Yeah.
in 5 rounds.
Or Claudia Gadelha, who's a fucking destroyer as well. Claudia's nasty, man. That girl's nasty.
You know what I heard? I heard. I'm not breaking news. It's probably kind of a rumor. They might announce it already in the press conference. But Claudia and Joanna are the next tough coaches.
I like that.
Do you?
Yeah. I like that. I like that fight. That was a
I
split
love the
decision.
fight.
Split decision.
Yeah, phenomenal fight.
Yeah, it's a good fight. Oh, you don't like them as coaches? I don't give a fuck with coaches, honestly. I don't like drama. If I want to watch Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, I'll watch drama. You know, I
watch
want to
that.
watch fights. I want to watch fights. And
I'm with you, Joe. But the Ultimate Fighter is a long process.
yeah, no, I understand. I don't particularly like the fights on the Ultimate Fighter that much.
No, I don't either. I could be wrong, though. That's a rumor I heard. It's from a legit source, but
Yeah. Most of the guys in the Ultimate Fighter, I appreciate the fact that they're learning and they're getting better and this. But when guys get gassed out in the middle of the first round,
that's
and
tough.
it's all like, I know how hard it is to even do what they're doing. Don't get me wrong. I'm not demeaning them, but in order for me to really want to pay a lot of attention to fighters, they have to achieve a certain level.
Because you've seen that level.
Right. I've seen it too many times. So I see so many, like Uriah Hall when he was on the Ultimate Fighter. I was like, ooh, okay.
He could do some damage.
This motherfucker could do some damage.
Yes.
Robert Whittaker, same thing. I was like,
I agree.
ooh, okay. You know, there's guys you see, they go, all right, this
It's rare,
fucking
though.
dude.
It's
Yep,
rare. Like
it is
last
rare.
night or whatever, not last night, 2 days or whatever, they asked me on The Ultimate Fighter, who do you think can be successful in the UFC? Who would you pay money to see? My answer was no one. But probably no one right now. They have a long ways to go. Who actually, to get to the UFC, they have a long ways to go.
The answer is the guy who's the youngest, who's the most focused, who has the most attention you could put to it, who's the best athlete, who's in the best camp.
Best camp.
All those things. Like, you capitalize on your experience there and learn and grow. It's a great farm system. The problem is you're taking like people that, you know, they might not be fully grown. They haven't sprouted yet. They're not, and you're throwing them right into the mixed martial arts Super Bowl.
It's interesting because, exactly. Because the Ultimate Fighter used to be guys where, 2-0, 3-0, and then, you're on that show and then you kind of have a huge following, and then you're in the UFC and you can have a couple of build-up fights, but at least you have a fan base. Well, now it's like these guys they get launched right into the mix.
Yeah.
Like, I think, I fought Roy Nelson, which I had no business fighting at the time, and then like 6 months later I was fighting Gabriel Gonzaga.
Yeah.
I went from fighting a guy in the Ultimate Fighter with 2 fights to Gabriel Gonzaga. It was like, what the
Former
fuck?
heavyweight championship contender.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that is the trickiest thing about going from that show right into the big leagues. What the fuck happened to that one dude that fought Efrain Escudero, and Efrain beat him? Everybody was all hyped up on him. Dana was like, he's
Oh,
an
he's
Anderson
fighting
Silva.
Felipe Nova.
Felipe Nova.
He's fighting tonight.
Is he?
I think he's on the card. I think so.
He was a fucking talented kid.
Well,
he's one of those guys. You see him against guys who are of a lesser caliber, and he looks like a monster.
Yeah, but let's never call him Anderson Silva ever again,
Well,
everybody.
I think it's hard to judge when you're watching people that are fighting people that aren't that good. God damn, he looks shredded there, though.
He does look shredded. He's a Henzo guy.
But
been
didn't
out
he have
for a
some
while.
weird problem where he was like blacking out? Didn't he have some serious issue, like he would have like a fainting spell or something like that, a medical issue?
Like a fainting goat thing.
Yeah, there was something wrong.
He was
like,
out for a while, and then he was fighting all around. And then he got back to the UFC.
Yeah, he fought other places.
I'm just looking at Rose and Van Zant. I mean, is that the sexiest fight of all time? I hate to be sexist.
Oh, dude.
Look at those
wait a
two.
minute, is that Tim Means versus John Howard? Are
Got
you
your sweet
fucking
ass.
kidding me?
That's the dirty bird, son.
Holy shit. I didn't even know this is happening. This is tonight? What?
It's on now.
Is it on now? Actually on now? Is it on Fight Pass?
Yeah, that fight's not on yet, but this Roberts Coy fight is on now.
Really?
Whoa.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so there's a few fights before you get to Tim Means. That is a fucking bang-up fight, man.
That's a great fight.
Tim Means is nasty. He's nasty. I mean, he got caught by Matt Brown, but not after he tagged Matt Brown.
That was a fun fight, man.
It was
That's
a
hell
very
of
fun fight.
The Dirty Bird's fun to watch.
Oh, yeah. He's super technical. And he's an Albuquerque guy outside of Jackson's gym. He's at another gym.
What's it, NHB or something like that?
I forget. I
thought it was NHB.
Let me pull it up here. I'm not sure, but Tom is his trainer. Why am I drawing a blank? Yeah.
John
Tom
Howard.
Tom Vaughn is his trainer.
To say which gym or no?
I'll find out.
Jim Miller's a good one.
Oh yeah, Chiesa.
I always fuck up. The
I know.
names.
I didn't even know that Jim Miller was fighting.
Oh fuck yeah!
You
That
know?
Quran one.
Jesus Christ.
Kaylee Quran.
Yeah.
She's a little beast.
God damn, there's some crazy ass fights going on. It's crazy. What an amazing time. These 3 days are not. It's almost like
35
there's a
fights.
overwhelming wealth of goodness that happens over 3 days.
My brain's like, whoa.
Yeah, man. This is what's going on right now. This fight. Yeah. Guy's got some great tattoos.
Guy got a set of hair on him.
It's an awesome time to be an MMA fan. Are you going to go to EBI on Sunday?
Is this
Eddie
Sunday?
Bravo and its Invitational? Yeah.
Are you going?
Yeah, fuck
You
yeah.
gonna be back?
Come
I'll go
me.
with you. Yeah. What time?
I got a wild ride, man. I fly in early in the morning. I think it starts at, I want to say it starts at 3 or 4. Eddie thinks it starts. I don't know.
I'll go for sure.
Maybe it starts
Let's
at 5.
talk about it.
I'll find out what time it starts.
Let's talk about it.
Well, let's find out. Find out what time the Eddie Bravo Invitational starts. I knew I had enough time to get home and take a nap, and then head out. And it's almost sold out, folks. If you're thinking about going,
5 o'clock on Sunday.
5 o'clock.
2 days, 23 hours from now. So.
And what is the what's the name of the theater?
Videos. Oh, it's at the
venue.
The Orpheum Theater.
The Orpheum in downtown, which is an awesome theater. It's really cool, fucking old theater. But it might be sold out now. It was real close to sold out up until last night. So it might already be sold out. But if you want to go see a really fucking exciting jiu-jitsu competition and you're interested in martial arts, you're interested in jiu-jitsu, even if you've never competed, you never trained, this is the one to go to. Because, first of all, it's like a great bunch of killers that are inside the brackets, including Gary Tonin, who's one of the best in the world in no-gi grappling. He's fucking sensational. He's a killer. And Denny Propagos, who's he went as a brown belt. He was a world champion. Nathan Orchard is in this, who's also one of Eddie's black belts, who's elite. There's like a whole bunch of like really good high-level talent. And the system that Eddie's created, the way they reset the fights, they battle it out. They have a certain time limit, and then after that time limit, if there's no one has finished anybody, then they put them in positions. Like they'll start off with you on the guy's back with an over-under hook with both hooks in, and you say ready, go, and then if he taps you, then you get to start in that same position, and it's sort of like overtime rounds in wrestling.
Sick.
It's a great idea, and it's like at first I was like, boy, I don't know about that, but then you see it live, you go, oh, this works, and it's fucking
it's
super
by far
exciting.
the most entertaining and most well done jiu-jitsu show there is, I think.
What's the website that they can go to if they want to? EddieBravoInvitational.com. That's what it is. EddieBravoInvitational.com. And if you want, you might be able to still get a couple of tickets for the Orpheum, but it might be sold out. But you can watch it online at Budo Videos. What is it? BudoVideos.com. Go there, and I'm sure Eddie Bravo's Twitter page has all the information, as well as 10thPlanetJJ.com. I think we're out of time. We out of time yet? Yeah. Okay.
Awesome, man. It's been fun.
Always.
We got a lot to talk about.
We broke it down. This is a wonderful time if you're an MMA fan.
It's the best, man.
This is shit.
It's the best.
All right,
Fire
brother.
and the Kid live tour.
Oh,
San
yeah.
Francisco, Sacramento, Portland, Seattle, San Diego, Vegas, baby.
A lot of that shit sells out in advance. So get on it, you fucks. All right. Thank you, everybody, and we'll see you next week. Bye.